Domi wedged in against the boards by Siegenthaler. The puck comes back on the wall, kept in there by McMahon. Bouncing puck in front, Nylander couldn't get it. Riley will keep it alive for Toronto and send it around back of the net. Good forechecking here for the Maple Leafs. Siegenthaler plays it back of the goal. Leafs get to it again. Nylander couldn't get it in front. And the Devils will play it out and down into the Leaf zone off a stick. And Dawson Mercer has it wedged against the boards, and he'll do a nice job of keeping it there until his teammates get a change going. Puck does come free, and Morgan Riley playing it off the boards for Nyes. Up ahead for Domi. He's going to the bench, but gets it on to Marner. That's turned over and brought back now by New Jersey in on the right side. Trying to work in along the boards. Platt gets it in front of the net. Save made there by Wall. And a lead pass for Nyes has gone astray. And it's gone down into the Devil zone for an icing. The forward lines, Marner, Matthews, and Nyes. Domi moves up to take John Tavares' spot between Nylander and Bobby McMahon. Pontus Holmberg back in the lineup, centering Nick Robertson and Max Pacioretty. David Camp has Connor Dewar and Steven Lorenz as his wingers. Face off to the right in the Toronto end. Draw one by New Jersey. Back to the point. Pesci trying to get a shot in. That was steered wide by Wall. Centering effort didn't work for New Jersey, and the Leafs have it back in their own zone. And here's Jake McCabe back into the lineup after being concussed in that fight. And his pass doesn't connect and turns into an icing, and it'll come all the way back. And the face-off in the Toronto zone is brought to you by Alpine Credits. You own your own home and need a loan, Alpine Credits can help. Get approved at alpinecredits.ca.
Now the Leafs come in trying to avoid a 4-game losing streak. The 3 in a row they've lost in regulation is a season high, but Devils have only won 2 of their last 8 coming in, and they had lost 4 in a row.
Pass breaks off the pad of McCabe. He couldn't catch up to it, though. Devils on the right side with Dougie Hamilton, sending it in over the line. Oliver Ekman-Larsson over for Timmins. His pass ahead was blocked. Robertson couldn't make a play. Now trying to tip it back. Does, but it's played up on the wing, and now here the Devils back to the point, and the shot is gloved by Wall. Saw that one all the way off the stick of Brendan Dillon. And a face-off will come in the Toronto zone to the right.
Well, the Leafs have struggled on the offensive side of things. New Jersey Devils are the same, Joe. The last 8 games, 15 goals for the Devils. Now they've only given up 23. But it seems, they're in that same trend as the Leafs are. Everything's a 1-goal game.
Yep.
Right? 2-1, 3-2. Comes down to a power play goal. The power play, one of the best in the league. 3rd overall.
They're specialty teams.
They're
very good.
They've struggled as late as well. And I'm not sure they're booing in New Jersey.
There's a loose puck in front, and now backhand scores! The Leafs were at their blue line, but Hughes, for some reason, just decided to hang around in the offensive zone, and when the puck came to him, he was all alone with Wall and no one within 20 feet of him.
He actually fell, Joe, and was in the corner to the right of Joseph Wall. He gets up, the Leafs couldn't get it past.
Break out, but Jack just got back up on his skates. The puck never left the zone.
Oh, incredible luck.
Well, you need that. We've talked about that lately. The hockey gods have to smile on you sometimes.
Yeah.
It's the start of some good things for the Devils as Jack Hughes pots his 18th of the season.
Yeah, even Jack didn't put it in cleanly. Wolf got a little bit of it, but puck luck because the puck had enough on it that it could get across the goal line, so Devils lead 1-0.
Goal coming early in the first and quiets this crowd just a bit. They're on a little bit of edge given the fact that the Leafs have lost 3 straight.
Oh, I think so.
And they've been using their lungs lately, too.
Yeah, they've been booing this team off the ice, which we'll want to get to in a minute, because I did not like William Nylander's response, but we'll get to that in a minute, Matt.
As Toronto has the puck at center ice, Nick Robertson up for Pontus Holmberg. Holmberg skates along the goal line, tries to get it on net. He was walled off nicely by Luke Hughes. Now Riley with the shot, goes off a stick and wide. Holmberg in the corner, playing it behind the net. Robertson has it taken away. It's poked free by Pacioretty. Robertson with it, steps on the brakes, knocked down by Lazar. 4 minutes gone by in the first. Devils lead by a score of 1-0. Toronto keeps it alive. Robertson in the corner to the blue line for Riley. Wrist shot blocked by Nate Bastian. Bastian, a local kid out of Mississauga. He's got some friends and family members here tonight. And he has the puck at center ice. Kovacevic does have the assist on that goal. Weren't sure who kept that alive. You saw it went off a devil's stick eventually. Johnny Kovacevic picks up the helper.
Good.
Oh, turnaround shot save made by Markstrom. Loose puck for Austin Matthews, but he's turned back by Markstrom. And that hasn't happened too often when Austin Matthews plays the Devils. He overskates the puck at the Devils' blue line, and the Devils turn it over. He's got it back for a moment, but the puck goes off the heel of his stick. Break there for the Devils.
Isn't that the truth, Matty? Austin Matthews has two gifts, but he couldn't put a bow on either one of them, and nothing came of either of them.
And you were pointing out as we got together here in the booth, how many goals and how many games lifetime against the Devils does Austin Matthews have?
I asked Matty because I read it. I thought, is that true? Does he have 19 goals against the Devils in 20 career games? And Matty said, yes, he does. And, you know, people are talking like with John Tavares out of the lineup. Austin Matthews' line, not just him, they got to come to the forefront because there's three really good players there. They've all got 14, 16, 15 goals they can score. So if the Devils can keep them off the board, that'll multiply the Devils' chances to win this game.
As you mentioned earlier, Matthews struggling this year with some back injuries as a shot from out high goes off the end wall and covered up at the side of the net by Markstrom. And he's clearly not the same. You see, he doesn't skate with a freedom. He skates like someone who is got a stiff back or something like that. He only has 15 goals. He had 69 last year.
Yeah, and he's not going to probably reach that again. But yeah, there seems to be. At least they're cutting him some slack. He can't be 100%, right, Matty?
I don't think so.
No.
Off the face-off, McKee with a shot. Oh, that caught Markstrom by surprise. He just got a piece of it. Must have been screened. As now Jack Hughes is stripped to the puck at center ice by Domi.
Well, you saw it again. Markstrom sticks his hand out in front of him. That helps him, even when he doesn't see it.
Kovacevic picks it up in the near corner in the Devils' end. Nice soft pass that Jack Hughes has trouble handling for some reason. And now it's Nylander taking it back into the zone. Nylander in deep, shovels it around. Myers taps it for Nylander, pounds it out for Domi. Son of longtime NHL enforcer Ty Domi. Devils clear the puck to center ice. Sent back in by Connor Dewar, and we get whistle.
Offside. Okay, I want to talk about William Nylander. Listen, I'm a fan first. Now that I've retired, I know how much fans pay, not just in money, but their time and their thoughts to be a fan. And I'm going to tell you what Nylander said as we got a timeout here, man, because it didn't sit well with me, and I'll tell you why. Anyway, 13:57 to go. Devils got what they were looking for. They got the early goal by Jack Hughes. They lead 1-0, and now we're going to take a timeout. There's 13:57 to go. You are listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast, brought to you by Ramapo College.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses, cardiologists, and surgeons, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Johnny Kovacevic. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Kovacevic, the only assist on Jack Hughes' goal at 2:21. Devils lead 1-0 here in the first. That's a career high for Kovacevic in assist. But back to.
And a memorable one, because he didn't leave the zone. He stayed inside the Leafs zone, and that's why the puck went to Jack. He backs off too early. Okay, I want to go back. So, okay, everybody, well, especially William Nylander and guys in his situation, they're millionaires, multi-millionaires. If the fans want to boo, you get shut out 4-0 by a Vancouver team that was totally tired. They only got here 5 minutes before the game. And then the last game, they score the 1 goal against Dallas, and they lose, and they boo. You don't say, well, it doesn't really matter if they boo. We know we're a good team. I want to say, are you an idiot? They're not booing because they think you're a bad team. They're booing because they paid a lot of money and time to come here, and you gave them no entertainment. Like, at least give them something. Say, yeah, no, I can see why they're booing. I don't blame them. I probably would too. But that was such a callous statement. I thought, really?
Chico Resch defending those who spend their hard-earned money to come to hockey games, and I'm with you.
And time, right? It's time, money, parking.
Ekman Larson with a shot, saved by Markstrom with Kampf in front. We'll have a face-off, 13-11 to go in the first. Devils lead 1-0.
And, you know, William Nylander, along with the rest of the Leafs, yeah, Matty, they've had some good seasons. But what have you done in the playoffs? And let's be honest, regular season here in Toronto, it's nice, and they like to come and see the entertainment, enjoy it, but they're looking for more, right? Mm-hmm. And Sheldon Keefe was honest. He said, I couldn't take him to the next level. So he agreed it was time for him to move on. But for the next coach, Craig Berube, if they don't win in the playoffs, he'll be moving on.
It's the treadmill that coaches hop on.
Exactly.
And they've waited for the big win here since 1967. There's a great photo as play resumes off the face-off and the Devils are offside. There's a great face-off. Is it Punch Imlach? He was the coach, right? And it's after they win the cup. He's got a glass of champagne in his hand. His feet are up on the desk. The cup is on the desk. No practice tomorrow is written on the chalkboard.
Yeah, who would have thought that it was going to be this long? But I mentioned another game, but I want to say it again. In 16 years, if the Leafs don't win in the next 16 years, that ban that they're on, having won in 67, will be taken off. They won't even, their name won't be on the Stanley Cup.
Shot by Riley goes out of play. And that's incredible.
Isn't it? Toronto Maple Leafs. Because I was wondering, Matty, and I said that to somebody today, if the two richest franchises, or the most desirable hockey, is New York's, right? The Rangers and that whole MSG thing, or Toronto Maple Leafs. And either one would be good, but this franchise, and you know what? They don't, like Hamilton could support a team. They could have another team here, but Toronto won't allow it. The Leafs, they have enough power. But yet, playoff time, they're usually on the golf course.
Devils and Leafs had a bunch of terrific playoff matches in the early part of this century as Marner with a centering pass comes through. Shot by Matthews deflects wide. Marner behind the net. Moves up the near side wall. Marner slides it toward the blue line, but Bastian got a piece. Second time he's interrupted a play tonight. Here's Bastian across the line. Lays it off for Lazar with a shot and a glove save made by Joseph Woll.
Well, a good play by Bastian, too, folks, because Marner's in the boards, and he's going to pass it to his defenseman. He's going to get a good shot. But Nate puts his stick down flat on the ice. And then if you don't saucer it, you're not making the completion of that pass, and that's what he did. And so I will see how Sheldon Keefe plays his lines, whether all four lines play. That was the fourth line out there in that last shift. Curtis McDermott's in the lineup, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll see how much. And then I think it's Thomas Tatar's gone up. Oh, maybe not. No, maybe he's on. He wasn't on that fourth line, was he, Matty?
No. Tatar is playing on the third line, centered by Justin Dowling with Paul
That's
Cotter
right.
on the other wing. Puck goes out of play off the draw, and the crowd responds. Fans got a souvenir. Not too often do fans grab pucks anymore because of the netting that is around behind both goals and extends to the face-off circles on each side. I mean, it's a safety measure. We know the tragedy that happened in Columbus, and we're thankful for the netting, certainly. But every once in a while, puck gets by or comes from center ice and doesn't hit the net, and the fan's got a game-used puck.
Well, there was an incident in Pittsburgh where it got caught up in the netting, and a boy went and knocked it down, but an older fan took it. And it got into a big shamazo. They finally straightened it out.
Andre Palat with the puck with a shot. Deflects, glove saved by Wall. Nice reaction save by Joseph Wall on that deflection.
I don't think he saw it right away, did he? Again, Palat's down on the right side. He gets the puck. You know how slicing across now is so effective. And he slices to the middle, shoots it, and I'm looking at the replay here, and I don't think Wall saw it till at the end. Doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing that Markstrom is. Goalies do it now, Matt. They get their glove up high. They push it out front of them, closer to the puck, cuts down the angle, and he made a nice snapping left glove save.
That shot was going to go to Wall's right if it's not deflected. And then he has to pick it up as he's going to his left. How hard of an adjustment is that?
Well, a lot of times it's just got to hit you, right? And that was part of the case there. But, hey, for a goalie, so what if he throws his glove up a little? What's great at that? Patrick Waugh would do that kind of windmill make that save. And I did it too a little bit. But a lot of times they just shot the puck in your glove. But you wanted to make it look like, I was tracking that all the way.
We are in the entertainment business.
Yes.
Offside called on Toronto. Face-off outside the Devils' zone. 1-0 New Jersey in front. Jack Hughes with his 18th goal of the season. Johnny Kovacevic, the only assist. And the goal came at 2:21 as the Devils break out in front. Off the draw, puck dumped in. Brett Pesce wheels it around for Tatar. Outlets to the neutral zone. Batted to the near wall by Connor Timmins. Picked up by Justin Dowling. Dowling spins away from pressure. Gives it to Pesce with a drive. Blockered in the air by Wall. It bounces down in front and is cleared to the near side. Now around it goes to the far corner. Ekman Larson pokes it up to Nylander. Pinching in is Luke Hughes to keep it alive.
I don't know about you, Matty, but until the Leafs balls the twine, this crowd is not going to get too into this game. I'm just telling you. You can just see it now. They're just waiting and seeing. Yeah, where's this game going?
Well, the team's lost 3 straight. And every fan, when the team loses 3 straight, thinks their team's never going to win again.
Well, that's part of it, but the way they've lost.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. 1 goal in the last 2 games against, Vancouver and Dallas. They're good, but they're not juggernauts.
Nyes across the line, top of the right wing circle, comes cross ice for Matthews. He was watched by Jack Hughes. Now it's Pratt at center ice. Makes a move at the blue line, but lost control of the puck. And it's Matthews now coming out of his own end in the center circle. Austin Matthews plays it off the near wall. Tapped by Nyes, back toward Matthews, checked by Dougie Hamilton. And the loose puck is handled by Palat, who outlets to the neutral zone, where it's taken over by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Devils back home for the next 3. A weekend pair of afternoon games. Saturday, Philadelphia. Sunday, Ottawa. Tickets available at NewJerseyDevils.com/tickets. Devils with the 1-0 lead as Timo Meier plays it to the blue line. Oh, not kept in by Riley. That's a break for the Devils as Toronto has to regroup. Holmberg with it now. To the blue line. Still with it. Right wing circle, now toward the corner. To the blue line it goes. Long shot, that's off a stick and wide. Never came in on Jacob Markstrom, who's looking for his 22nd win of the season. Robertson hands it off, gets it back in the corner. Sharp angle shot, misses the target, and it does go out of play.
And we're going to have another timeout. So this game just kind of cruising along. The one break, big break, by the Devils resulted in Jack Hughes being all alone in front. He went left, right, then slid it under the pad of Wall. The only goal of this game. 9:30 to go here in the first. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast brought to you by Ramapo College.
Premium
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search playstar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
This is Timo Meyer. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Throughout the season, the Devils host a variety of group theme and heritage nights. Bring a group of 10 or more to receive exclusive benefits, including a specially priced ticket, Jumbotron recognition, block seating, exclusive fan experiences, and more. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/group nights to learn more. 1-0 Devils in front. Under 10 minutes to go in the first. Slap shot from the blue line, stopped by Markstrom. The lane was clear. He gloved it, picked it up as it fell down to the ice.
Yeah, I mean, Siegenthaler's still battling with the Leaf in front, and, you know, that's the message you want to send. And when the Devils are playing well, Matty, they do a wonderful job of that. Like we said, they got the record for the most games consecutively with under 20 shots. And they started it last game, and it's continuing here tonight.
Here's Timmins, wrister glove save by Markstrom. It was going wide. We'll have a face-off. Well, you know, you talked about Jonas Siegenthaler battling Bobby McMahon in front. One thing we've seen a lot more this year is physicality from Jonas Siegenthaler.
Absolutely, and it spreads, right, Matty? It's contagious. I think I've seen a little bit more in the league, which is good. But, yeah, for the Devils, absolutely. Their defense, they know the future of the Devils rides on their defense a lot. I don't care what else you say, but it does. And you know that.
And we saw Jonas as he came to the aid of Nico Hischier in the last game against Matthew Tkachuk, right?
Very good.
I don't know how Nico didn't get a penalty on that. Here off the draw is Ekman Larsson with a shot, and that is deflected off the glass. Did Mercer come over at the last minute and get a piece? Domi goes cross ice. Timmins out high to Ekman Larsson. Either that or Ekman Larsson just roofed one. Now it's Domi, bottom of the right wing circle, finds Ekman Larsson, settles the puck shot, and that's deflected away by Markstrom. It's picked up by Kovacevic. And he clears it to center ice where it's gloved down by Nico Hischier. On to Dawson Mercer. Cuts to his right with a shot that goes wide. Through a screen, he just missed the target. Nico Hischier, playing in his 499th game tonight, found Dawson Mercer for that scoring opportunity. Nico will be our guest during the Citizens Intermission Report. I spoke with him before we left for Toronto. Out high it goes from Luke Hughes to Pesce. Shot blocked by Nyes. And it comes out to center ice, so the Devils have to regroup. Jesper Bratt across the line. Tapped away by Marner. He has it inside his own blue line. Goes cross ice for Tanev, and he'll drive it in. 7:50 to go in the first period. Glad you joined us on this Thursday night. Puck taken away inside the Devils' blue line by Toronto. Riley with a shot blocked away by Pesce. Now it's centered. Bratt poked it away. Marner picks it up out high. Mitch Marner slides it near side for Riley. Backhands to the corner. Now Nyes behind the net. Flips one out high. A bouncing puck settled at the blue line by Myers. He's challenged by Palat. Keeps it alive, though, as Markstrom will have to handle behind the net. He wheels one out to center ice, but Toronto in control once again, and they come quickly across the line. Here's Connor Dewar in the corner.
From The Paw. Look that city up.
In Manitoba.
Thepas. I always love that. And he's only 5'10", Matty. I like that too.
Here comes Bastian. There's room for everyone in this game.
Exactly.
Now Lazar moves to the far corner. Knocked down by Kemp. Able to keep control. Looking for Bastian. Timmins intercepts. And now it will be Toronto playing it ahead. Stephen Lawrence dumps it in. Toronto making a change. Devils making a switch as well. After you get through Winnipeg, right?
Yeah.
By far the largest city in Manitoba.
Oh, yeah.
It drops down pretty quickly in terms of population. Offside are the Devils. I mean, I don't know where the PA is in terms of population. Probably in the top 10, but might only have like 9,000 people.
Yeah, it's not a big city, but you're right. I couldn't say where it is. I mean, even Saskatchewan, as we're doing some geography here, Saskatchewan has Saskatoon and Regina. They have two cities, roughly the same population, a couple 100,000. But you're right, in Manitoba, Brandon's got some size to it, but you're right. Winnipeg dwarfs all the other cities. And the Paw's up there somewhere, but, like you said, they can come from anywhere.
They'll find you if you can play.
Yep.
Max Pacioretty missed the last game. He was a healthy scratch, back in tonight. Had the puck for a moment, but now it's Tomas Tatar with it.
Well, he's really struggled lately, Matty. Started off okay, but he's only got 5 goals, 7 assists. And, they're hoping for a little more out of him.
Signed a 1-year deal with Toronto. Collision at the blue line, and it's Paul Cotter who's going to go off. He upended Holmberg, and there'll be a tripping call.
Wow. Well, I got to see that one because it looked like a incidental, both players at fault, but nevertheless, it's just Paul Cotter going. So, but that's going to be later.
47 minor penalty for tripping.
Because we got a timeout here. 5:57 to go. It's going to be really exciting. Don't go away because the Leafs power play hasn't been good. Let's see what happens here. And you are listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast brought to you by Ramapo College.
Matt Laughlin here. As the official voice of the New Jersey Devils, I'm here to make sense of the game. And Citizens, the official bank of the New Jersey Devils, is here to help you make sense of your money. You can count on me to call every play made by your favorite team. And you can count on Citizens for every aspect of your financial game. From saving, to checking, to achieving your goals. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Devils tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game so you can catch all the action live. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/NHL.
This is Jesper Brad. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network presented by Ramapo College.
Tripping the call to Paul Cotter at 14:03. First power play of the game. Devils lead 1-0, 5:57 to go.
Well, let's see what the problem's been for this Leaf power play. Gotten a lot of attention up here.
They control the face-off. It's Marner with it out high. Toronto 0 for 5, though, on the power play, their last couple, but scoring has been a problem as Nico Hischier intercepts a pass. He has a breakaway. Hischier in short-handed, and he sends it wide, but a penalty coming up on Toronto.
Well, yeah, Nylander gives it away at the blue line. And listen, you haven't done anything yet, William Nylander. Now you give the puck away, and you're mad because
number 16, minor penalty for hooking.
He doesn't get it. Marner tries to help him out. But you're mad at the crowd or not happy with the crowd because they're booing you. And you throw the puck away like that. Soft pass. And boy, did Hischier turn the Jets on. You know, he really blew away. And Marner, I don't know, Matt. Was it a good penalty? I guess. I don't know.
You know, in the end, did he upend Heischer's scoring opportunity enough to make it worth the 2 minutes?
No, I don't think so. I agree with you. But we're going to see some 4-on-4. That could be exciting.
From a Devils standpoint, happy that it occurred. 14:23, the time of the penalty to Mitch Marner. So not only does the power play go away, but Toronto loses one of its top offensive players. Here's Austin Matthews to the center circle. Gives it off to Tanev. Looks to return the pass to Matthews, who was covered by Bratt. So as the puck comes near the blue line, Brett Pesce with it. And he'll send it back to Luke Hughes. Quickly ahead for Bratt across the line. McCabe is back. Bratt hands it off. Luke Hughes with a shot saved by Wall, and he squeezed it somewhere in his equipment against his body. There it is. We'll have a face-off.
Puck's on the right side, and then I'm telling you, all the players, but especially Bratt, Hughes, they love to slice across. So does Palat, but he slices from the right side. He's going straight across the top of the circle. Luke Hughes, he's no dummy. He sees that. He goes down, gets the puck, and rips a good wrist shot. So good chance for the Devils.
Who win the draw. Siegenthaler plays it down low. Dawson Mercer in a race with Riley. Taps the puck off the wall. Nico Hischier after it. He'll corral it. Flips it to the corner where Mercer picks it up. Mercer and Hischier out there with Hamilton and Siegenthaler. Now it's Max Domi at center ice. Playing it back to Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who won a Stanley Cup with Florida last year. As he plays it ahead, Riley is checked, and the Devils have the puck. Nyes after Hamilton. Had the puck knocked loose for a moment from Dougie, but the Devils recover. 20 seconds to go in the Devils minor to Paul Cotter. Then the Devils will have a 20-second power play. 1-0 our score. 4:10 now to go in the first period. Jack Hughes with the only goal. Dougie Hamilton knocked down. Gets back up. Plays the puck out to Jack. Looks around. Head and shoulder fake. Finds Pesce. Wrists one down low for the redirect by Hamilton. It goes wide. Jack fires one off of Wall. It comes to Hamilton. He sends one high. Out of the box is Cotter. Devils with a brief power play. And most of it will be killed because Toronto clears into the Devils' end. But a fast pass by Markstrom. Ahead to Jack Hughes. He moves in. Backhands cross ice. Lazar with it. Feeds one in front off the stick of Cotter. And that's it. Out of the box comes Marner. Well, there wasn't much time, but the Devils had a scoring opportunity. We stay 1-0. Nyes goes cross ice. It's blocked. He gets it back. He's in the near side corner with 3:20 to go in the first. Pesce. Now to Lazar. Chips it off the wall to himself. Ekman-Larsson will handle, though, in the Devils' end.
Well, Dougie Hamilton, he's from just down the road there in Hamilton. Yeah, Hamilton, he's from Hamilton. Anyway, Matty, he really did a good job of keeping the puck in badly. Then he almost scored. It's those types of individual efforts that teams need, and the Devils are getting some of them.
Leading 1-0 here in the first. Lawrence with it. Lawrence sends it in. Hamilton plays it up. It's blocked by Dewar. Now at the blue line, Riley with a shot, and that's deflected by Dowling. He'll play it to the Toronto blue line. Leafs take over, though. They come across the line. Shot save made by Markstrom. And we'll have a face-off.
Yeah, I just want to say the city of Hamilton, great old industrial city. Dougie Hamilton's name had nothing to do with it. It's not named after Dougie Hamilton. But that's where he lived. His folks are here tonight, he told me, and so he's all charged up. But Matt, as I look at this Leaf team, and I'm interested because where can they go? Matt, they got a lot of holes. They're like a lot of teams. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they have 5 pretty darn good players, really good players. But then after that, you can't win cups. You can't go deep with just 5 players. And they're trying to get another defenseman, another forward. Every team is going to be looking for that, maybe including the Devils. I don't know.
Off the draw, Riley with a shot, tip save by Markstrom.
But again, Matty, did you see this? Was there anybody in front?
No.
No. I mean, don't. Here's what I like about Markstrom. That puck hit his glove and it just fell down. He was right on. He's not giving up rebounds. No, there's not people, Leafs, around that could do anything if there was a rebound. The defense is playing so well, but he's been very clean. My goodness, his glove has really improved, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Remember early in the year he was popping some out, but not recently.
21-8-4 entering tonight's game is Jacob Markstrom as Timo Meier moves toward the Devils' blue line. Pass for Hischier goes off the stick of Pacioretty and into the crowd, so we'll have a face-off with 2:10 to go. Give me a chance to tell you that the Devils' Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Specialty jerseys that were worn the other night in the game against Florida are on the way to the game against Florida. Well, they're now up for auction. Fans can bid on these jerseys through January 21st. Net proceeds will benefit AAPI New Jersey. To bid on these, face off at center ice. Pacioretty and Hischier on the draw. Again, Nico Hischier will be our guest during the Citizens Intermission Report. Spoke to him yesterday before we left for Toronto about the upcoming 500-game milestone, knock on wood, which will take place on Saturday against Philadelphia. And then kind of looking back at his 7 full years, and this is 8th year with the Devils, how things have changed, how he has grown. Good interview, I think. You want to stick around for that as Meier has it in the corner. Devils lead 1-0, minute 40 to go in the first. Timo has it knocked free by McMahon, and Domi plays it off the wall.
Devils are smothering right now, Maddie, aren't they not? Everywhere the Leafs try and move with the puck, there's a Devil or two, and they're just plugging up the neutral zone. Devils are playing great hockey.
Jesper Bratt dumps it in. Wall will settle, gives it to McCabe. His pass tipped away by Plot, picks up in the corner, finds Bratt, quick shot, and that's stopped by Wall. McCabe was there, maybe it hit him. Either way, Devils with a scoring opportunity that goes by the boards, minute 4 to go.
Yeah, that was their shutdown pair, Tanev and McCabe, and oh, Matty, they gave the puck away gloriously, but like you said, Bratt's good shot, but it hit something in front, and it could have been the Leaf defenseman.
8 shots for the Devils, 9 for Toronto. Devils lead 1-0. Final minute. Ekman Larsson's long-range shot handled easily by Markstrom.
And again, nobody in front. I mean, I guess somebody for the Leafs could throw a stick in and maybe tip it. You know, that's the thing about coverage. If you're a defenseman, you can take the man, but you can't take his stick and eliminate it flashing around a little bit. And if he gets lucky, he may get some, not wood, he might get some composite on it. But the Devils are not even allowing that to happen. So, let's see. Leafs with 10 shots, but Maddie, I don't know, maybe one good chance. Maybe one. That's the most.
Yeah, I agree. 40.5 to go in period number 1. Puck is lifted high in the air by Kovacevic, knocked down at the Toronto blue line, flipped in by Hischier. Now it's Nyes backhanding a pass for Marner. Mitch Marner, 60 points on 14 goals, 46 assists. He's the leading scorer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He'll be playing for Team Canada in the Four Nations tournament. Lawrence in deep, it goes to Nyes, and coming out to poke it away, diving to do so was Jacob Markstrom.
Well, if you don't shoot it right away on Jake, he's getting over. And so Nyes he's on the left side. The puck comes to him. He's all alone, but it's kind of bobbling. And then by the time he looks up, oh my goodness, you know, Markstrom's got me covered. So then he's going to try to do a deke to go from he's a left-handed shot. He's going to try to go to the right side and buy him. But Markstrom, folks, goes on his belly and dives, and he's 6'4". You know how far he can stretch. And Knives is shaking his head. Now, he went flying over Markstrom, never even came close to getting a shot on goal, and that kind of sums up the game. Goaltender Markstrom, great save. Leafs not being able to capitalize on any of their chances.
And so after 20, the Devils have the 1-0 lead. Jack Hughes with his 18th goal of the season, and Johnny Kovacevic picking up the only assist. That's a career-high 12 for Kovacevic. What a find he has been for the Devils. And even Tommy Fitzgerald mentioned when they traded with Montreal for him, the thinking was, well, he'll compete for a 7th spot. And he's playing with Jonas Siegenthaler. They're the top pair.
Yeah, no, you're right. And Saban Nemec is up in the minor leagues, and he wants to play, and I get it. He did an article. I won't get into it too much. I read it in the Slovakian paper. He's frustrated, but I'm thinking, where would you fit right now? In all honesty, any other defense. Devils love their 6th defense, and they should, because Kovacevic's been playing outstanding. So right now, it's a tight spot for anybody else to get a chance to play on defense for the Devils.
And right now is a great opportunity to welcome Paul Cotter.
Oh, good.
To Devils hockey. He's downstairs outside the Devils dressing room. Paul, Matt, and Chico, thanks very much for your time. We were talking about how defensively the Devils have been all over the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they might have 10 shots, but not many, maybe one, dangerous opportunities. I guess that's the game plan every night, but what has made it effective tonight?
Marquis played great. I got a couple of breakdowns. One of them is on me, so it's unacceptable, so I got to be better.
Well, nobody's going to be perfect, Paul, and you as well. But, playing in one of the most iconic arenas, does that still mean anything?
Yeah, it does. I mean, got some history to it, but, it's an important game for Sheldon and us, so, the arena kind of goes out the mind for right now. Yeah.
Hey, and you got picked for the shootout, and I know you're not going to brag, but I know you've been working on some of your fine motor skills. Were you surprised that you were the first shooter in the shootout?
No.
I'm just
been pretty passionate about shootouts for a long time, and done well in practice, so thought there was a possibility. But shootout's a shootout. I'm glad I made it, but definitely got to clean up that first period. It was pretty brutal.
Well, that clearly is on your mind, so we'll let you go and get into the room. Paul, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul Cotter joining us after 20 minutes of play here in Toronto. Devils lead 1-0, but players are they grade harshly, particularly on themselves, and Paul not happy with his play. And, we'll see what the Devils can do to extend this lead and what Paul Cotter might do to be able to play better, at least in his mind. Didn't think he had that bad of a first period, but hey, that's me and that's him. Anyway, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll kick off the Citizens Intermission Report. You'll hear from Nico Hischier, the Devils captain, on the verge of 500 games in the National Hockey League. We'll look back at that. He talks about his first game, his growth as a player, his growth as captain, all coming up after this timeout. As after one, the Devils have a 1-0 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park. Matt Laughlin here. As the official voice of the New Jersey Devils, I'm here to make sense of the game. And Citizens, the official bank of the New Jersey Devils, is here to help you make sense of your money. You can count on me to call every play made by your favorite team. And you can count on Citizens for every aspect of your financial game. From saving, to checking, to achieving your goals. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
This is Dawson Mercer. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Welcome to the Citizens Intermission Report. I'm Matt Laughlin, spending time with Devils captain Nico Hischier, who in a couple of days, knock on wood, will play in his 500th National Hockey League game. It'll take place against Philadelphia, which I guess is appropriate because it's a big Metropolitan Division foe. So my first question is, where did the time go?
Good question. I don't know. It's been, it's been
quite a ride so far. I think went really fast, and I think Brader had his 500 game like 15-20 games ago. So from then on, I knew kind of like I think I'm coming up too soon. So it's been really interesting so far, and but I mean, obviously, very grateful for it too.
And it's not the last game you're going to play, and it's just a stepping stone to many, many more. But when you hit a nice number like that, it's interesting because we like to reflect a little bit. So I just want to take you back. October 7th, 2017. What do you remember about that date?
That's my first game. So I do obviously remember that. I think one of those games you just not forget. And was here versus Colorado, and my parents in the stands. It was a pretty special moment, and like I said, I think that game you'll never forget.
As you begin your career with that game against Colorado, that year was so interesting. Taylor Hall has an MVP year. The team goes to the playoffs. This place is rocking, and then from that point on, kind of up and down a little bit, building blocks, learning phases, et cetera, et cetera. Did you think that the path would be as bumpy, if you will, for the team after that year?
I mean, I knew it's not going to be easy. It's a hard league, and I kind of saw what we were doing, and just trusted it, and wanted to be part of it, and just tried to work on myself. Still always tried my best, and but I think that's just. Sometimes in professional sports, that's how it goes. You got to be some patient years, and just stick with it, and trust the process, like I said. And I think that's what we've been doing here, and it's looking good so far.
And the path is clear now. It looks like, again, knock on wood, there'll be a bunch of playoff appearances in the next decade or so, and who knows where after that. But my point is, as a professional, as you just referred, you have to understand that there's a process. You understand it's not going to be easy. The other teams are trying to. There's a method to what's going on. Yet, as a competitor, it had to drive you a little crazy. How did you work through all that? Yeah, I get what's happening in a big picture, but in the little picture, we lost another game.
100%. It's definitely very frustrating. I hate losing. I think a lot of professional athletes are super competitive, so I don't think anybody likes to lose. And it's been a couple tough years here, but for me personally, I just wanted to look myself in the mirror and every night and just be like, hey, I tried my best, and that's kind of what I was focusing on, and I think if everybody does that, that's all you can ask for a teammate or an organization, that everybody tried their best.
What's the biggest difference between Nico Hischier as we speak now and the Nico Hischier who was standing anxiously awaiting his NHL debut in that first game? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about the game?
Well, I learned it's definitely not an easy league to win. I think obviously, like, a team that's last in the standings somehow can win against a team that's up front, and in any time if you beat yourself. And I think just that, and just some personal stuff as well. I think growing up here. I got in here when I was 18, so obviously I think I've learned a lot of things through that as well, and especially I think earlier on in your career, you not thinking too much. You just go out there, you enjoy, you have fun, and you play hockey. You're happy to be there. Everything is new city, new rink, and but that's a perfect example too. Like as long as you're fortunate enough to go out there and play. You should be already thankful and happy for that.
But it's not easy, but to have that attitude on a regular basis will take you a long way, no question. What does the role of captain mean to you? And when you were given that opportunity, you have to be yourself, but you have to change too, don't you?
Yeah. For me, captain is simple. It's a guy that just has a team first mentality, does everything for the team first, and puts his ego itself on the side, and that's what I've been trying to do. And as a captain, obviously I've learned a lot of things throughout the years too. Sometimes uncomfortable conversation, or sometimes speaking up in the locker room doesn't necessarily mean like you want to be on someone, but you just want the best out of him, you want the best out of the team, and that's an aspect that I've been working on as well. Just try to get the best out of the team here, and obviously every guy has its way, and I'm still learning my way as well.
Last one. What kind of a captain are you? Vocal, lead by example, a little bit of both?
Definitely more lead by example. I think I'm not the guy that screams around too much. I think that's not very helpful, but also like I learned sometimes it's necessary, and I feel I want to find a fine balance between like not talking too much and still saying something. So like whenever I need to say something that I think the team helps, that like people will listen, and I think that's been working out pretty good so far.
I would say so. Thanks very much for your time, and good luck continuing to add those games played to your ledger.
Thank you very much.
Nico Hischier joining us on the Citizens Intermission Report. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Today's game is proudly presented by Prudential, the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils. Whether you're making plans for tomorrow or protecting what matters most today, turn to the rock-solid expertise of Prudential for help every step of the way. From planning and investing to life insurance and retirement, let the team at Prudential help protect your life's work. Learn more at Prudential.com. Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Brendan Dillon. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Back here in Toronto, Devils lead 1-0 after one on Jack Hughes' 18th goal of the season. It came 2:21 in. Johnny Kovacevic with the only assist. The Devils with 8 shots, Toronto with 10, and the Devils with the lead after 20 minutes of play. This is the Citizens Intermission Report, where it's time to remind you that you can join Devils players, coaches, executives, and alumni for an impactful evening benefiting the Devils Youth Foundation on Thursday, January 30th for the Devils Sweep the Deck Gala. Join us for what will be an unforgettable night of curling and cards, all benefiting our community. To learn more, visit NewJerseyDevils.com/sweepthedeck. Time now to check the out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. 12 other games on the slate tonight, including the matchup in Ottawa, where the Senators and Washington Capitals are scoreless after 20 minutes of play. Washington begins play 6 points ahead of the Devils in the race for the top spot in the Metropolitan Division. After one in Tampa, the Lightning and Ducks are tied at 1. Anthony Cirelli with his 18th goal of the season for the home team. Detroit and Florida are tied at 1. They're early in the second in Sunrise, Florida. Meanwhile, in the second, Columbus has taken a 2-0 lead over the San Jose Sharks. Boy, Columbus has been on a heater. They've won 5 straight. One of the surprise teams this year in the NHL. Adam Fantilli, Kent Johnson with the goals for the Blue Jackets. Bo Horvat has scored his 14th goal of the season, a power play goal halfway through the first, and it is the Islanders at home leading 1-0 over the Philadelphia Flyers. The Devils will see Philadelphia on Saturday at 12:30 start at Prudential Center. Later on, Calgary at St. Louis, Nashville hosting Chicago, Montreal visits Dallas, Winnipeg takes on the Kraken,
That game will take place in Manitoba. The Utah Hockey Club entertains the Rangers, and Edmonton is at Colorado, and things wrap up when Vancouver in BC plays the LA Kings. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second period after this. Devils lead 1-0 after one. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month, and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
This is Eric Holla. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Eric Holla remains sidelined with the ankle injury, and hopefully he's back in a short period of time, not only to aid the Devils' cause, but I know he desperately wants to play for Team Finland in the Four Nations face-off. He was announced to be on that team, and it was a real honor for him. But unfortunately, the ankle injury sidelining him at a most inopportune moment. I did see, he was not in the locker room yesterday, Chico, but I did see the Team Finland pants on in front of his locker stall, and had that great logo, and I'm sure he wants to be able to get back and play, not only for the Devils, but also for Finland in February. Devils leading 1-0 after one on the goal by Jack Hughes, the assist to Johnny Kovacevic, and we're underway. Anything in particular you want to see more of from the Devils or less of from Toronto here in the second period?
No, I think the Devils played pretty well, don't you?
They turn the puck over here. McMahon flips it in front, but it goes behind.
That's what we don't want to see more of right there, man.
Yeah. And maybe a little more offensive zone time. We're nitpicking. Devils with the lead. Hischier with the shot. Deflects out of play.
Well, you got to be realistic, Matty. You can't have it all. I know everybody does. As a fan, you hope for it. What the Leafs are trying to do, okay, they're third and fourth line. Every third and fourth line, they try to keep it simple. Get in the neutral zone, dump it in, maybe forechecker. Not try to go east-west and be fancy. But the biggest difference that Chief is trying to do with his top two lines, because they can do that, right? They can dance all over the ice. He's trying to get them to go more east. North-south, up the ice, get it in, rather than going cross-ice, turning it over. And, that all brings a better defensive alignment once you do get in your own zone, but we'll see if that happens.
Tanev gives it to Nyes down low. Fanning on it is Matthews, and then Marner's try is stopped by Markstrom.
Well, the big line there for the Leafs. Come close, and you see that a lot at the start of a period. They're trying to get something going, and I don't know how. Oh, yes, I do know how. Siegenthaler. Great play by Jonas. He's behind Matthews, but he gets a stick in there, and then Marner's trying to get to the rebound, but Jake Allen, who's very alert, rights himself and then is able to get a pad and glove down on the puck. I thought, how did he miss that one timer?
Exactly. Even if he's less than 100%, when you're that close.
You can shoot it at least, but good play by Siegenthaler.
Marner tries to center. It's blocked by Timo Meier. Siegenthaler and Kovacevic out there. The Heischer line on there for the Devils. Jacob Markstrom in goal. Joseph Wall in net for Toronto. Next up for Toronto, they're on the road. They'll take on Montreal on Saturday. That's a short trip. And then back home on Monday to take on Tampa Bay. Devils, meanwhile, have Philadelphia and Ottawa over the weekend, and then the matchup against Boston. Here's a chance for Robertson, and a blocker save made by Markstrom. Then Wednesday's game against Boston, Jacques Lemaire goes into the Ring of Honor. Now Holmberg muscles his way in front. Shot save made. Oh, he just out-muscled Jack Hughes, did Pontus Holmberg. But Markstrom was there. Good pressure again by Toronto. Devils work it free. Puck rolls away from Brett, and it's Tanev in control. Good start here for the Maple Leafs, but they still trail 1-0 early in the second. Pacioretty checked by Dillon. Palat slides it up, kept alive by Riley, and a tip by Pacioretty. Off the point shot, saved by Markstrom. Puck battle in the near corner. It gets poked free, comes to Riley out high. Cross ice to Myers from the right point. Bangs one off the end wall. It comes out in front off the stick of Jack Hughes onto Jesper Bratt. He moves to the neutral zone and backhands in. 3 shots in the early going for Toronto. The Devils have yet to put a shot on Joseph Wall. Puck back in the Devils' end. Here's Kemp with it. Now it's banked to the blue line. Timmins with a shot. That goes wide. Waiting for it far side is Cotter. He's checked by Dewar. Puck now behind the Devils' net, and Markstrom will hand it off to Luke Hughes. The Hughes family spent a lot of time here in Toronto during their youth, not only playing in the greater Toronto Hockey League, honing their skills, but their dad Jim worked for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So they call various cities their birth cities, but Toronto, Michigan's really their home, but Toronto close second. Loose puck inside the Toronto blue line. Nylander got there ahead of Siegenthaler. And Toronto in control. They are first, Toronto, Chico, in the Atlantic Division.
Yeah.
1 point ahead of Florida.
Kind of surprising.
Tampa Bay has crawled into third as Boston now occupies a wild card position.
Yeah, but, Tampa Bay, Matty, really. They got lit up by Boston in the last game. And, like most teams, who's the favorite? It's one night from the next. One team can be so much better.
Timo Meier across the line with a shot that goes off a stick and out of play. You're right, the margin is thin.
Oh, it is thin. And I like their goaltender here, Joseph Wall, but you know what I'm noticing? He doesn't play the puck very well. He doesn't play it strongly. He can get, if you compare him to Markstrom gets it. And that pass around or shot up the wall pass, it has zip on it. And I didn't have a good stick either, so trust me, I'm speaking from experience. But that's one thing Joseph's going to have to work on, Matty, a better puck movement.
26-year-old from Missouri, the starter in goal tonight. Anthony Stolarz returned today. He skated before the optional Toronto skate, out with a lower body injury. Jersey native. Riley with a drive, blocked by Dillon. Blast by Myers, blocked by Meier. Now it's Riley left wing side at the hash marks. He's in deep, flips one on goal, saved by Markstrom. Now Matthews knocked down by Nico Heischer, captain to captain. And then the puck is slid deep into the Toronto zone. Oh, icing is called on the Devils. And Dawson Mercer saying, no, I got there first.
Well, a different Nico Heischer now. Matty, I just talked to him briefly when we were coming here and just talked a little bit about his reaction. And he'll publicly say, I overreacted on Matthew Tkachuk. But no, he didn't. And that wasn't an overreaction. He drilled Matthews pretty well, knocked him to the ice. And that's what you want. That's what I think he can start to feel like, I've got an edge. If I play physical, I'm going to have an edge. And he will.
Yeah, he's solidly built, 6'1", 200 pounds, icing on Toronto. And, it's all starting to come together, right? 500 games. That'll be on Saturday. Yes. He's 26, 8th year in the league. His body has filled out.
And experience, Matt. You cannot, the person, confidence comes from having done something and having done it well. You say, oh, I can do that. Oh, yeah. And you know what I mean? So he has really learned a lot, right? When you think of back a few years. And he's a perfect captain for championship team. He really is.
Puck got dumped into the Devils' end. They play it quickly back out. Jesper Brett sends it to the corner where Palat is knocked down. And so it's grabbed and played off the wall by Holmberg. And this will be another icing.
Now we've seen a few of those, Matty. And, Devils, you know what I like, man? I think they can play any kind of game. And, this is, if the Leafs can't score, the Leafs can't score much, and it doesn't look like they can. Devils are comfortable winning 1-0, 2-0, and people saying, yeah, they got to score more. But they'll say, well, no. You're talking about Jacques Lemaire. When the Devils used to win back in 95, they didn't care how they did it. You just got to get the W.
Yeah. At the end of the night, they say, how did you do? And the answer is we won or we lost. And then we get to the details. 1-0. Devils in front. Matthews a deep shot saved by Markstrom. Came out to challenge him. And Matthews is turned back, and the Devils turn it out. Pratt down the center of the ice. Gives it off to Hischier. Back in front. Pass goes through and gloved by Woll.
Well, the red-hot Austin Matthews gets loose there. And, Matty's been saying it. Everybody sees it. He doesn't have that separation speed that he had last year. And if you think of Connor McDavid, two players are together, and all of a sudden one guy 1 or 2 steps ahead of the other, and that's what Matthews could do. But he can still handle the puck, Matt, and here he gets a good chance. But Markstrom, oh boy, is he focused. I know we've said that so many times, but that is the beginning and sometimes the end for a goalie. Focus.
Yeah, Jacob Markstrom is one of those goalies, old school style, in that game day. Heads down, stares ahead. You can say hi, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Some goalies, Marty Brodeur, Marc-Andre Fleury. Game day's just another day. Domi takes it away. Looks for a man in front. They score. It's Nylander tying it at 1.
Now, that's not going to make, I think it's Kovacevic happy. I mean, it's a nice play. It's not just one mistake, but that's what starts it, and I think it's Kovacevic gets the puck knocked off his stick, and you know what? He never really had it. He was going backwards. Domi chipped it by him, went through the legs of Kovacevic. He's trying to dance to get a piece of it. Then he's trying to get a piece of Domi, but Domi is a great passer, Matty, and everybody agrees. They wish he could score more, but what a pass. Elevated pass. And Nylander, even though I question some of his overall game, the one thing he can do, he can put pucks in the net, and he did there.
25th of the season for William Nylander, and we're tied at 1. Domi, his 13th assist of the season, as the puck goes out of play. And we'll have a face-off. No secondary assist as Domi was able to grab it at the skates of Kovacevic.
And here's where you've gotta be honest about the situation. Kovacevic wants to stand up, but the puck's not cooperating. Oh no, then I'm going to go back. But then the puck's there, and he's going to try to get it, but Domi outreaches him and chips it by him. And anyway, it wasn't like a major giveaway breakdown, but the Devils got tied 1-1. 13:31 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast, brought to you by Ramapo College.
From the electricity out on the ice to the roar of the crowd in the stands, there's nothing quite like Devils hockey. And this season, you can be there live to cheer them on. As the official ticketing partner of the Devils and the NHL, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats at a wide variety of price points. So get off the couch and get into the stands. Grab great seats to see the Devils today at Ticketmaster.com.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deeks.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves.
Stop from Vasilevsky.
All the hits. All the snipes. All the sellies.
He scores! Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Dougie Hamilton. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Quiz question time. 3 men have coached both the Devils and Toronto. Sheldon Keefe is one. Pat Burns, who led the Devils to a Stanley Cup championship in 2003, is another. Who is the third? And we'll have the answer later on in the period. Off the draw in Toronto's end, the puck is cleared into the Devils zone. Jacob Markstrom hands it off to Dougie Hamilton. Game tied at 1. The Devils with just one shot on goal here in the second period. And we played 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Turnover by Toronto, but as the puck rolls away from Meyer, he throws a shoulder in on McMahon, but can't control the puck, but it comes back to him on a deflection. He moves across the line, looks to go cross ice for Hischier. Off the stick, off the glass. Now Nico goes down, a penalty coming up. And it's going to be a trip on Ekman Larson. I think he's complaining that Nico stepped on the stick, but he's going to go to the box and the Devils will have a power play.
Well, that's what he's saying, Matty. Now, the one thing is Ekman Larson drops his stick. So that's the first sign of guilt. If you're the referee, let's see what happens. Oh, no. Sorry.
Oh, no, number 95, minor penalty.
No. Sorry, Oliver. And if he looks at it, his stick, he chops at the puck, misses it. You see it yourself, Matty. His stick goes under the right skate of Nico, and he goes down. And so let's see what that Devils power play can do.
7:05, the time of the goal off the face-off, a shot and a save by Woll, and the puck is cleared.
Well, no Stefan Nason for net front presence, so let's see who it is. It looks like it's Mercer.
Here's Bratt with it as he dumps it in. He gives chase. Slowed down by Tanev. Puck behind the Toronto net. 30 seconds gone by in the power play. Hischier with it near circle for Jack. Now to Hischier out high. Cross ice Hamilton to the far circle. Bratt looks around. Wrist shot save. Rebound loose. And before a Devil could get there, Woll able to get a glove on it.
Well, the pass is made from the middle of the ice down to Jesper. He's down below the dot on the right side, outside the dot actually. But he's going to try to go glove high, but again, Matty, if you see the goalies, they put their glove high because they're thinking, okay, the pattern is forwards are going to try to shoot up high, which makes sense, but goalies aren't stupid. They're starting to understand the tendencies of shooters, and they're putting their blocker or glove there before the puck even arrives.
Face
you
off.
know that, right?
No,
you know goalies aren't stupid, right?
No, they continue to evolve. They no longer drag their knuckles on the ground. Clear by Toronto. Here's Jack across the line.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
No,
I got to think about it.
It's not. Hischier with it out high. Love you, goalies. Hischier with the shot, scores! I love that a little bit more. Nico Hischier with his 21st of the season, a power play goal. The Devils lead 2-1.
But here's what we love about Nico Hischier. He takes what's given to him. So think of the left side. So the puck's down in the corner. Nico's going to pick it off the wall just above the circle. Then he walks in, and Wall doesn't come out. I don't know if he sees it, but Connor Timmins is playing deep. So he's acting a little bit as a screen. Oh, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't want to blame the goalie, but he's deep, goes under his glove, And I'd have to say that's on him. Because you know what, Matty? There's no other Devil behind him. He doesn't have to worry about a backdoor play. Get out to the top of the crease, but he didn't. He was a skate or two inside the crease.
And the Devils take advantage to take a 2-1 lead. Just their third power play goal in their last 10 games. An area of strength early has gone dry, but not tonight. They're 1 for 2 as Heischer scores with the Devils up a man, and now they're up by a goal, 2-1. Riley at his own blue line. Now from Myers. Myers just rolls it in, and Markstrom will backhand to the corner for Brett Pesce. Let's see how much starch that takes out of Toronto, right? I mean, they had been rolling, then the penalty, power play goal, and now suddenly, after they had tied it up at 1 here in the second, they find themselves down by 1.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Their defenseman takes the penalty, and then another defenseman either screens the goalie or doesn't put pressure on Heischer. So defenseman very involved in that last goal negatively.
Here's a shot by Timmins, blockered away by Markstrom. It comes to the point, far side. Robertson delivers it around. Timmins out of the corner, feeds it to an open point.
To himself, right? Oh, I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's why I wasn't.
And what forward came over to take my place? Nobody.
No.
Toronto does get it back into the Devils' end, but a turnover as Pacioretty was coming off on a change, and Marner's pass to an open space as it turns out. But now Nyes breaks down the center of the ice. Backhand save made by Markstrom. Oh, baby, what a stop by Jacob Markstrom. Devils on the counter.
Well, the puck was low on the deep, Matty. I'm just saying. And I got to tell you, you're not going to beat Markstrom low. He has been so good.
Nyes once again. Drop pass. Mercer lifts the stick of McCabe. Puck to the blue line. Myers with the shot. That's blocked by Timo Meier, and the Devils can't clear. Puck trapped at the left point by Morgan Riley. Now it's Marner near side. Centers off a Devil stick. Glove down by Dawson Mercer, and he clears. Jesper Bratt Hughes with the assist on the Heischer power play goal. A 2-point night for Jack so far. Goal number 18, assist number 36. Jack now at 54 points. Jesper with 52 as Jack's opened up that little gap in the race for number 1.
And the race is just for us. Those two players aren't involved in it.
Yeah, no, they don't.
You know, I know you know that, but you know what I mean? We can talk about it, but they don't care.
Brad has the puck, gives it off to Jack, far circle, out to the blue line, Pesce. Lofts one for Luke Hughes, down to his brother behind the goal line, tries to jam it in front, get a deflection. It does deflect, he gets it back and backhands wide.
Ooh, boy. Inches, huh, Matty?
Yeah, what a pretty play that would have been. Let's see, icing is called on Toronto. Wasn't sure if that puck was going to get there, and it did.
Matthew Nyes gets a breakaway. He's going right down the center. Nobody on him. He knows he's got time, and he is going to left-handed shot. He takes it, but he tries to go to the backhand, Matty. And then, again, if you can't elevate it, you're not putting yourself in a good position on a breakaway. I'm finding that out. Goalies are too good on the ice low. Once in a while, you might want to squeeze one through the pads, but if you're not in a position where you can roof it, you're probably not going to score. And great save by Markstrom on the low shot. And the other thing is, he doesn't take himself out of the play, right? Mm-hmm. He's not biting on moves left and right. He's just staying right where he's at and makes the right decision.
Yeah, that audio from down ice level, not from the booth, as you heard just a moment ago, as Nate Bastian's shot deflects into the protective netting. And we'll have a stop and play.
Yeah, we do. 2-1. Devils restored the lead after being tied 1-1. 8:07 to go here in the second. And you are listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast, brought to you by Ramapo College.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature-Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
This is Stefan Nason. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Seattle leads Winnipeg 1-0 halfway through the first. Matty Beniers with his 9th. As we check the out-of-town scoreboard, presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. The Islanders have a 1-0 lead after one at home on Philadelphia, over Philadelphia on Bo Horvat's power play goal. And Detroit has recaptured the lead against the Florida Panthers 3-2 as they play in Sunrise. They're in the second period. Rangers later on against Utah. Devils lead 2-1 here in the second. Just under 8 minutes to go as Paul Cotter's after a loose puck. Oh, Tanev bodied him, but Tanev went down. Devils goals tonight from Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier. Willie Nylander scoring for the team in blue and white. McCabe has his pass picked off by Dowling. Dowling in the corner. Justin Dowling looks around, gives it to Meyer. Quick shot. That's deflected out of play, off of Woll. Seems a little shaken up on the play, Chico. Or maybe just the equipment's riding up on him.
Well, he looks a little shaken up in his play, Matty. No, and I get him, and I know his confidence level. But I'm just saying he's playing very deep. Even there. He's back on the goal line. He's relying on just going down in the butterfly, one leg up, whatever. But you got, like, Markstrom, remember the dive he made, in the first period to take away knives? You got to have some flow and fluidity to your play, and he's, I don't know if he's a little worried, but he's got it in the shoulder, but he's lucky it didn't get him in the neck, because he couldn't do anything.
Yeah. You mentioned the Nyes play in the first, and then Nyes stopped on the breakaway on the backhander. So right now, Markstrom's got Nyes' number. Here's Timo Meyer across the line. He's in deep, moves behind the net, and then lost control. The puck, he was a little too close to the back of the net, and the puck rang off his stick, off the back of the goal. Kovacevic with a shot, saved by Woll, and the rebound cleared by Toronto. 6:55 to go in the second. Glad you could join us on this Thursday night. We had a little snow here in Toronto. We understand there's some flurries that have either arrived or will arrive shortly back home. Icing called on the Toronto Maple Leafs. A little
Matty,
winter wonderland.
It's going to be about 5-on-5 play. If you watched the playoffs last year, folks, power plays weren't the big difference. They're really tough. And so 5-on-5, Devils now have 90 goals, even strength, right? It's the 9th best in it's the 11th best in the NHL. The best are Washington. They've scored 105. That's 15 more goals. But Devils got one tonight, and that's what I look for. Nice when the power play scores, but you got to do it 5-on-5.
Pesce in the corner, behind the net for Brett, steps out in front, slides one toward Palat. He turns and plays it wide. Didn't handle the pass the first time. It came back to him on a deflection, and he had to rush his shot and didn't put it on net. Now here comes Pratt back across into the Toronto end. 14 shots now for the Devils, 18 for Toronto. And the Devils lead 2-1. Here is Nyes in the neutral zone. Chips and chases. It's played away by the Devils to Pesce, and now Bastian just clears it. And Tanev will pick it up in his own end. Kick pass by Marner. He's looking for Matthews, but it was intercepted by Bastian. Here's Nyes rocketing one in. Markstrom plays it off the wall. It comes toward Jack Hughes. Tanev battles with him. Now Matthews after the loose puck, skates behind the net, looks up, pass, stopped twice by the Devils, swept away a third time, not out of the zone. Here's Tanev at the blue line, looks around, still with it, challenged by Meyer, makes a move on Meyer, hands the puck off to Marner, between the circles in the high slot, moves to the circle, his shot goes off the netting and out of play.
That's a good example of Leafs are doing a lot of things, a lot of good things, but Devils are keeping them to the outside. And then when the shot's finally taken, they deflected it up over the net, out of play, and that's okay. Because that's what you look for at times. Survive. Devils did that, and they're ahead 2-1. Only 14 shots. Doesn't matter. They got the lead. 5:19 to go here in the second period. You're listening to the Jersey Devils hockey broadcast, brought to you by Ramapo College.
Matt Laughlin here. As the official voice of the New Jersey Devils, I'm here to make sense of the game. And Citizens, the official bank of the New Jersey Devils, is here to help you make sense of your money. You can count on me to call every play made by your favorite team. And you can count on Citizens for every aspect of your financial game. From saving, to checking, to achieving your goals. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
IBEW Local 102 has provided highly skilled electricians to projects in New Jersey and Pennsylvania since 1900. Building relationships with their business partners to help grow your business is their top priority. They are the first union member of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and a proud partner of Choose New Jersey. They have over 300 licensed contractors and mandatory OSHA safety training. Local 102, lighting the path, leading the way. Visit IBEW102.org.
This is Kurs Lazar. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
5:19 to go in the second. Devils lead 2-1. The quiz question was, there are three men who have coached both the Devils and Toronto. Pat Burns, who won a cup with the Devils in 2003. The current coach, Sheldon Keefe, being two of them. Who was the third? And you got to go back to the early days of the Devils. And he ended up coaching the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that is Doug Carpenter. Here's Ekman Larson at the blue line. Wrist shot, tipped by Nye, saved by Markstrom. Devils leading 2-1. Matthews gives it off to Timmins. He's in deep, angles one out high. Ekman Larson with a shot. That goes off a body, covered up by Markstrom. Battle in front, but Markstrom able to find the puck and will have a face-off. So Doug Carpenter, I'm sorry, Chico.
No, you go ahead.
He coached you.
Yeah.
84, 85 through 87, 88. Then he came to Toronto and coached 1+ years here.
Yeah, he'd coached in the junior league, and he had some history in this area. You know, it didn't go well with us, and it wasn't all his fault, but Dougie was kind of in over his head in terms of who we were. We didn't need his style of coaching at that time. Mm-hmm. And then, for some reason, because he had done well in the OHL here, the Leafs gave him a chance, which didn't
work out.
Yeah, well, thank you, Matty. That's very diplomatic. Didn't work out.
No. Yeah, well.
And I don't want to. I mean, if you get to coach in the NHL, that's pretty impressive. But not everybody fits into being a coach in the NHL.
Nylander with the puck. Devils lead 2-1. He centers, goes off a skate, and it's backhanded wide by Riley. Now Nylander with it. Shot blocked by Hamilton, cleared by Dillon.
Well, it's funny, the Devils are just kind of sitting back as we get an icing on the Devs, playing a bit of a dangerous game there, Matty. That was probably as close the Leafs have come to scoring when they haven't scored. And it was a shot off the left side low circle and went just wide. But, again, Matt, you could say, somebody could ask Chief Greg Brew, how come you guys didn't score more? Well, go ask them. I don't know why.
Marner has it out high. Wrist shot. That's deflected wide.
Okay, there's one reason. Missed the net.
Yeah. Here's Matthews with it. He's in deep. Drops it off to Marner. Swoops out high between the circles. Feeds it to Matthews. Gets it back. His shot is blocked. Devils giving up the body. It might be a 2-on-1. It's Palat and Bastian. Palat in deep. Toe drag move. Couldn't get the shot off as McCabe stayed with him.
Okay, one thing. Missing the net. That's why you don't score. Getting your shot blocked on a real nice pass for a one-timer. Another reason.
Jack Hughes knocks the puck away from Marner. It's recovered by Holmberg in the Toronto end with 3:15 to go in the second period. Devils lead 2-1.
Well, one of the things Maddie and I have been impressed with, and I know everybody watching the Devils are, their ability to block shots is very, very effective. And you have to have that. You can't always totally eliminate good shots. You got to throw your body in there, and we're going to get a whistle. Jesper Bratt fired it over the boards. Now, Jesper Bratt showed up again today. Like, he likes optionals, Maddie. Yeah, but he's intentional. He goes out there. He did some drills, just fine. But then some of the guys stay down at one end. They're practicing on Jake Allen and doing drills. He goes down the other end. He puts some pucks all over in front of the net. Then he goes around, grabs the puck. He's saying, okay, this is where I'm going to get my scoring chance in the game. I got to make sure I'm feeling good about that. And I love his thought process because it just reinforces his legs and his hands, and that's the key to his game, is it not?
Oh,
hands
yeah,
and
right?
legs. I mean, hockey sense too, but it's his legs. I think because we watch him all the time, we forget how fast he is. Wow, he is quick.
Andy Green was telling a story the other day. Fanning on it is Timmins, so the Devils with it. Here's Cotter to Dowling, sends it wide. Get to that story in a moment. Andy Green talking about Jesper Bratt. Cotter in the corner. Plays it around to the right point. Pesce in front of the Devils bench. Wrists one down low. Tomas Tatar. Checked by Holmberg. Dowling comes over to help as the puck comes loose. Pacioretty will outlet to Nick Robertson. Skates down the right wing side across the line. Luke Hughes stays with them. Oh, then the puck's turned over. What a diving clear by Pesce off the stick of Holmberg.
What a play by Pesce. Oh, Matty.
Just magnificent.
There's two kinds of diving in the NHL. It's that kind we don't like where they're trying to draw a penalty. And then Brett Pesce diving. Oh, we've seen that 5-6 times this year. He dived to break up a dangerous play and shut down the attack by the other team.
It was a lucky bounce for Toronto. Holmberg wound up having it all alone in front. But before he could get a shot off, Pesce extends, slides, and is able to sweep it away. So it stays 2-1 with a minute and a half to go. Stay with us for the Citizens Intermission Report. Nylander, cross ice, McCabe with a drive. Saved by Markstrom. Some traffic in front, but he holds on.
What were we talking about? You were going to say something before.
Andy Green.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he said that when Jesper Bratt showed up for that first summer before he began his Devils career, he said, I didn't know who he was. I heard we had drafted this guy. Captain's practice before coaches are there. And he goes, I turn around to some of the other veterans we had. I'm like, who is that guy? He's going to make our team. He can skate. His edge work's incredible. His smarts is amazing. And that was just in a captain's practice. And he was the surprise 6th round pick and hasn't looked back, has he?
What happened there?
Yeah, there was two Leaf players collided, and two are down. Myers very
Knives
slow
is
to get
one of them.
Yeah, Knives is on all
and
fours.
They don't want to lose another forward, Matty. They lost John Tavares.
Yeah, it was kind of away from the play a bit.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but all that matters is the result. And the result is the trainer has come out. Not the equipment, but the medical trainer. And Knives is still struggling to even get up on both feet.
And the net was knocked off its moorings. I'll have to look at it. Here we go. Oh, you know what it was? Who's that Devils player? Timo Meier hits Knives.
Drives him into the post.
Yeah, and into Meier. Meyer hit Knives into Myers.
Well, he catches him with his leg, but the injury to Knives is that he just strikes that post with his hip. But that's what Timo Meyer, he's crashed into the boards right down below us by the penalty box. I thought, oh, that's going to hurt. Gets up, away he goes. He's hitting all over the ice. He is so intent on finishing checks and being a physical presence. That goes a long way, Matt. He's not going to get the 40 goals like he maybe did in San Jose. But boy, he brings a whole different mindset to the game, even if he doesn't score.
Nyes and Myers stay on the Toronto bench. Face off at center ice. Matthews rolls it in. Devils clear to the neutral zone with 1 minute to go. Devils leading 2-1. Jack Hughes in the first. Nico Hischier, a power play goal in the second. His 7th power play goal of the season, and that ties a career high. His 21st overall for New Jersey this year. He's the Devils' leading goal scorer. Nylander in the left wing corner. Backhands off a Devil, and it's cleared from in front by Timo Meyer.
Well, he put it in the low slot, but guess what? There were 4 Devils there covering that area, which they do so well. No leaf. And that's one of the keys to the Devils, is really not allowing anyone, as they say, to get on the inside of them in front of their net, as we're going to get nothing. I thought it was going to be an icing, but they're saying no.
Waved off with 10 seconds to go. Toronto coming out of its own end. Puck deflected into the Devils' zone, and the horn will sound, and the second period comes to an end.
Well, Devils are okay. Yeah, they gave up a goal, but they got one, and they got it on the power play, which I think will be very satisfying, because they want to get that jump started and start producing more effectively on that. And that happened, and overall, their defensive game's been very good. They've given up a breakaway there. Knives had a breakaway. They gave up a couple other, like you think, oh no. But like one time Pesci broke it up. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything the Devils didn't like about the game. Of course they're going to say, oh, we can always do better. Players always do that. I said, yeah. In a hockey game, that just repeats itself over and over. Of course you can do better. But it's when you're not doing better, don't let them score. Live for another day.
Mm-hmm. As we saw, as the puck came to Pontus Holmberg, Pesci said, oh, not good for us, but I'll turn a negative into a positive, right?
Exactly.
He dives and pokes the puck away, and the Devils maintain the 1-goal lead after 2 periods of play. Enter the Drive for the Devils sweepstakes presented by BMW for your chance to receive 2 tickets to a Devils game with M Lounge by BMW Access and round-trip transportation to the game. To enter, visit NewJerseyDevils.com/Devils Drive. Devils with goals from Jack Hughes and Nico Hischier leading 2-1 after 2. We're awaiting a guest from outside the Devils dressing room, who will remind you that coming up after the break, we'll have the Citizens Intermission Report. We'll check out the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. We'll have highlights and more, all coming up after the intermission break that's forthcoming. And my mistake now, it looks like we are not going to have a guest, and so we'll just give you more during the Citizens Intermission Report. That's it. So it's 2-1 Devils in front after 2. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
The Devils are back on the ice, and this season you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every match from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Devils and the NHL, and make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. You know, whenever I drive in for a Devils game, I know exactly where I'm going to park because I reserve my spot ahead of time with Park Mobile. I don't have time to drive around looking for parking. I just use the Park Mobile app to easily reserve the spot I want. Then I drive right to that lot and there's a guaranteed spot waiting for me. It's easy. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or on the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, book your spot before you leave the house with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
This is Jacob Markstrom. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network presented by Ramapo College.
Back here in Toronto, I'm Matt Laughlin. This is the Citizens Intermission Report, and Devils, after two, have a 2-1 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs in Sheldon Keefe's first return to Toronto as a coach. He's been back to Toronto several times since he was let go at the end of last year, but first time bringing a team here to Toronto to face the club that gave him an opportunity as a head coach in the National Hockey League. And so an emotional time. It's the third meeting overall this season between the two teams. And as he said earlier to me, and we mentioned it, I think, at the beginning of the broadcast, that having played Toronto twice certainly made this return a little easier because it wasn't the first time facing his former team. But nonetheless, you know the emotions are high. His wife and two children are at hand watching this one, and he'd like to close it out for a lot of reasons and pick up the 2 points as the Devils 2-0-2 in their last four, looking to add to their 57 points. Let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. It's presented by Premio Sausage, real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. The Islanders are home tonight against the Philadelphia Flyers. Philly will be the next Devils opponent on Saturday. That's a 12:30 start at the Rock. Our pregame show begins at 12:20. Sean Couturier, with his 8th goal of the season, has tied it up at 1. That goal coming in period number 2. Bo Horvat opened the scoring for the Islanders with his 14th of the season, and it is 1-1 in the second at UBS Arena. Columbus looking for its 6th straight win. They've got a 3-0 lead at home against the San Jose Sharks, who have 8 shots on goal through 40 minutes of play. They're being outshot 26-8, and it's a 3-0 lead. James Van Riemsdyk, Kent Johnson, Adam Fantilli, the goal scorers for Columbus. Again, they're going for their 6th straight win. No score in Ottawa as the Senators are playing the Washington Capitals. Ottawa comes to town on Sunday. That's a 1 o'clock start at Prudential Center. So matinees in the forthcoming schedule for the New Jersey Devils. Everybody loves a matinee. We'll have 2 of them this weekend. Tampa Bay has taken a 3-2 lead over the Anaheim Ducks at home. That's after 2. Braden Point, who didn't play in their last game, he missed the team meeting. Well, he's back in the lineup, and he has scored tonight for Tampa. He's got 26 goals on the year. Jake Gensel, Anthony Cirelli also scoring. Troy Terry and Leo Carlson, the goal scorers for Anaheim. 3-2, Tampa in front after 2. Also after 2 in Sunrise, Florida, Detroit leading the Florida Panthers by a score of 4-2. Patrick Kane has come alive under Todd McClellan, who has taken over as head coach in Detroit for the fired Derek Lalonde that came right after Christmas. Kane now with 11 goals on the season, and Detroit has a 4-2 lead. Elsewhere tonight in the NHL, St. Louis with 3 goals in the first at home leads Calgary by a score of 3-0. Jordan Kyrou, Colton Parayko, Braden Shen, the goal scorers. Steven Stamkos with his 15th of the season for Nashville. They're in the first in Tennessee, and the Predators have a 1-0 lead over Chicago. Montreal, after 1 in Dallas, tied at 1. Juraj Slafkovsky with his 5th for Montreal. Jason Robertson with his 12th for the Dallas Stars. 1-1 after 1 in Big D. Also after 1 in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Seattle behind Matty Beniers' 9th of the season has a 1-0 lead over the Jets. Coming up shortly, the Rangers are at the Utah Hockey Club. Colorado entertaining the Edmonton Oilers, and Vancouver will play host to the LA Kings. And that's all she wrote on the NHL schedule tonight, as there are a total of 13 games on the slate, and the Devils, one of them, leading 2-1 after 2 periods of play. This is your opportunity to elevate your game day experience at Prudential Center with a luxury suite for one of our upcoming matchups this season. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/premium to learn more. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with some highlights of the game, get you set up for the third period. Devils with the 2-1 lead after 2. You're listening to the Citizens Intermission Report on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Want to know the best way to find parking for Devils games? It's easier than you think. Now with Park Mobile, you can easily reserve a parking spot for every Devils game. So you just drive right to the lot and have a guaranteed spot waiting for you. You can make a parking reservation right in the Park Mobile app or in the parkmobile.io website. Search for Prudential Center, select your game, and reserve your spot. So the next time you're going to watch the Devils at Prudential Center, don't put your parking on ice. Score a hat trick by reserving your spot with Park Mobile, a smarter way to park.
Get the official NHL app to watch, read, and listen to all the deets.
All I can say is absolutely wow.
All the sauce. All the saves.
Stop from Vasilevsky.
All the hits. All the snipes. All the sellies.
He scores! Unbelievable!
All the hockey. If it's hockey, it's here. Listen to every NHL game for free, now with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Download the official NHL app now.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
This is Paul Cotter. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Welcome back to the Citizens Intermission Report. Devils with just a quick road trip. Just an up and back here to Toronto. After 2, they lead 2-1. Back home for 3 before they head away again at the end of the month. Not only do we have the weekend games coming up against Philadelphia and Ottawa respectively, and then on Wednesday it'll be the Boston Bruins who come to town, and the Devils will honor the great Jacques Lemaire as he will be enshrined in the Devils Ring of Honor. And it's a special night for Jacques, of course, but he's not the only Devils great who will be on hand to honor Lemaire. As expected to be a part of the ceremonies will be Marty Brodeur, Lou Lamoriello, Claude Lemieux, the Scots, Niedermeyer and Stevens, Larry Robinson, Tommy Albaline, Jim Dowd, Johnny McClain, all expected to be on hand for the ceremonies. Fans are asked to be in their seats by 6:45 p.m. for the start of the ceremony, and it just should be a wonderful night as the third man in the Ring of Honor is honored. Dr. John McMullen, the Devils' first owner, the first person enshrined in the Ring of Honor, and of course last year it was Sergei Brylin, whose name is only on 3 cups, and now as assistant coach, 30 years serving the New Jersey Devils. Brylin honored with the Ring of Honor last year, and on Wednesday it'll be Jacques Lemaire. Anyway, the Devils lead 2-1 here against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Devils were able to strike early in this matchup as Jack Hughes was Johnny on the spot. Here's a turnover. Jack Hughes in front, backhand scores! Oh, the Devils forced a turnover at the blue line. The Leafs defense lost Jack Hughes. He was alone in front, and the Devils jump out 1-0. How do you lose a guy who's got 52 points? But what happened on the play is David Kampf checked Jack. They were in a collision in the far circle. Leafs are trying to exit the zone. Johnny Kovacevic is able to prevent that from happening. Jack, who gets up and says, all right, I got to get into the play defensively, realizes that Toronto has started to clear the zone. So he's open, and he says, wait a minute, we might have the puck. I might have a scoring opportunity. And Kovacevic finds him, and Jack does the rest. 18th of the season for Hughes. The goal comes at 2:21, but big-time credit for Kovacevic. Smart play at the blue line. His 12th assist of the season. That ties a career high. Devils and Leafs continue to play in a somewhat low-event game, if you will. Not a lot of dangerous opportunities for either side. Nico Hischier, though, did have one while the Devils were down a man. Toronto 0 for 5, though, on the power play, their last couple, but scoring has been a problem as Nico Hischier intercepts a pass. He has a breakaway. Hischier in shorthanded, and he sends it wide, but a penalty coming up on Toronto. And that killed the Toronto power play. It was Mitch Marner who was called for a hook 20 seconds after Paul Connor's trip put the Devils down a man. Nico not able to score there, but he would play a part in the scoring in the second period. So it was 1-0 the Devils after one. Into the second we go. Toronto came out with a very strong push in the first 5 to 8 minutes, and it finally led to them getting on the board. Domi takes it away, looks for a man in front, they score. It's Nylander tying it at 1. Nylander with his 25th goal of the season, an alert play by Max Domi. The puck was near Johnny Kovacevic's skates. He's trying to stand up. Domi get control of the puck, and Domi, good hands, just able to get the puck onto his stick. He finds Nylander, who buries it. Chris Tanev, the secondary assist. Domi, the primary helper, at 6:14, and Toronto had tied it up. The Devils were limited for the longest time to just one shot on goal, and Toronto had taken charge to a degree, but at 7:05, Oliver Ekman-Larsson was called for a trip. He got his stick on the skates of Nico Hischier, and the Devils, a minute later, got the power play goal to give them the lead. Hischier with a shot, scores! I love that a little bit more. Nico Hischier with his 21st of the season, a power play goal. The Devils lead 2-1. Yeah, who doesn't like power play goals? And Hischier with that 21st. Bratt and Jack Hughes with the assists. For Jesper Bratt, his 37th helper of the year. For Jack, a 2-point night. 36 assists, 18 goals, leads the Devils in scoring with 54 points. For Hischier, his 7th power play goal of the season. That ties a career high and puts him one behind Stefan Nason, who has 8 on the year. Stefan, of course, out ill, whatever. There's a lot of viruses running around the world these days, whether it's the flu or the norovirus, but at any rate, one of them has just laid Stefan low, and he did not make the trip. He's missed the last couple, but he still has the lead in power play goals on the team with 8. Later on in the period, Matthew Knies with a chance to tie it up, but Jacob Markstrom says maybe next time. Toronto does get it back into the Devils' end, but a turnover as Pacioretty was coming off on a change, and Marner's pass to an open space, as it turns out. But now Knies breaks down the center of the ice. Backhand save made by Markstrom. Oh, baby, what a stop by Jacob Markstrom. Sometimes we say, well, thankfully it was a guy who's not a scorer who gets that opportunity. Some of those third and fourth liners who might only have 3 goals on the season or have gone 15 games without a goal, you say, okay, they're not feeling confident. Well, Matthew Knies has 16 goals. He's a goal scorer, young rising star for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but he couldn't lift that backhand, and Jacob Markstrom turned it back, and that kept it 2-1, and that's where it ended after 2. Devils in front by that 2-1 score. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have the start of period number 3 as the Devils try to pick up their 27th win of the season. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Take a free shot at winning $10,000 with the Golden Goal Sweepstakes, brought to you by PlayStar, the official online casino of the New Jersey Devils. Join PlayStar today and you'll enjoy a deposit bonus of up to $500, along with up to 500 free spins. Find more ways to play like a champion with hundreds of the hottest games, including blackjack, roulette, and the best slots in New Jersey. Download the app or search PlayStar.com and be the star. Terms and conditions apply. You must be 21 or older and within the state of New Jersey to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
An orthopedic surgeon can replace a damaged joint, but they can't replace time. For you, or for the person who has to drive you around. That's why you need a surgeon who's close to home. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we have the specialized care you need to get moving again. Do it right. Here. Visit rwjbh.org/ortho. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
This is Tomasz Tatar. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Black and red memberships for the 25-26 season are now available. Get on board with a deposit today to access amazing benefits, including the best available pricing, access to exclusive events, and a myriad of ticket flexibility options. Visit NewJerseyDevils.com/black and red to learn more. Devils with 15 shots on goal through 2, 3 from Nico Hischier, including the goal that he has scored. Toronto led by the 3 shots from Morgan Riley. Actually 4 by Oliver Ekman-Larsson and 3 by Riley. They have 22 after 2. Chico, the Devils trying to wrap this one up, but they've got a long way to go.
They do have a long way to go, Matty, but I don't think they want to change much. I mean, Leafs are desperate too, but so they're going to get some chances. But I like what the Devils are doing. We're going to get a nice goal. You know, I would like to play defense goalie against behind them. You know what I mean? Every goalie would dream of playing behind this Devils defense because they're so committed. You know, like we saw Pesce diving. You see Siegenthaler diving and making a block. You know, Kovacevic takes nothing in front of the net, gets on the inside. It just goes on, and Dylan and you know, we talked about it. Dougie Hilton made a couple nice defensive plays. He's getting in on the mix. So this Devils team, if it can stay healthy, Matty, is going to get another icy by the Leafs. It's got the right mix. Yes, could they improve a little bit? Now we're going down the road here. You know, before the trading deadline, could they add a piece or two? I think they will. What? I'm not going to go there because I don't know. But no, the core of this Devils team right now is very good.
Devils win the face-off. Luke Hughes with the wrister batted away by Riley. It comes to Palat. On to Pesce with a shot. Tip save by Woll. That was a positional save.
Yes.
He
didn't see it, did he?
No, he didn't react to it either. He just said, I hope it hits me, and it did. Jack Hughes with the redirect. Now it's Pesce at the right point. Finds Jack with 2 points on the night. Jack gives it to Brad, who returns the pass, but Jack wasn't anticipating it. He was moving somewhere else, and the puck comes all the way down. So now Luke Hughes with it. For Pesce at the Devils' blue line. Hard pass off the stick of Hischier. Rolls in on goal. Woll finds McKee. Now it's Tanev. And out to center ice for Nyes with some room to roam. He chips and chases. Going back is Kovacevic along with Siegenthaler. Puck gets knocked loose. Nyes can't find it. Meyer does.
It's behind you. It's behind you.
From center ice, Meyer sends it on net. Woll plays it to Tanev. I know that thing's around here somewhere.
Here's look like. You don't see that very often. The guy's he's looking the wrong direction.
Yeah. Dawson Mercer blocks a pass by Timmins. Challenges the defenseman in the corner. And Timmins able to find Ekman-Larsson.
Well, just watching this Leaf defense, you can see why they're really looking hard to find an additional D. They're just missing a few pieces, and one of them is a rock-solid defense. Even someone who can shoot the puck. They don't have anybody, Matty, that Riley's having an off year. Devils are pretty balanced in that department, I think. Don't you?
Yes. They're not getting a ton of points from the blue line, but it's spread out a bit.
Yep.
You know, Dylan's got 2 goals. Dougie's got 5.
Kovacevic, nice assist tonight, keeping the puck and standing up. Yeah.
Luke's got 3 goals. Here's Morgan Riley. Left wing circle. Now moves to the corner. Goes cross ice. He was looking for Pacioretty, but he was covered. And now here's Curtis McDermott. McDermott with a wrist shot that sails through the top of the crease. Well, that was another example of the Devils' defensive coverage.
Exactly, Matty. And why the Leaf player passed it? You don't see it like we do. We can see it all, but Pacioretty's completely covered, and they still try to give him a one-timer. Okay.
Max Domi fires it around for Nylander. Pesce blocked the clearing try. Now it's Myers in deep. Gets it to Riley, and he outlets, but this it's not going to be icing.
I don't know why.
Luke Hughes will control behind the net. Sends it up the center of the ice for Andre Palat. Drops it off to Jack. Moves down the right wing side. Stick handle. Slows down. Fans on his wrist try. McCabe might have gotten a piece to disrupt the play.
I think so, Matt.
Now Nylander at center ice. He's got the Toronto goal. David Kampf in a race after the chip in, but Devils beat him to it. Now some forecheck pressure by the Maple Leafs. Dewar steps into Kovacevic. Kampf banging away too. As the puck comes loose, it comes to McCabe. Long range shot right into the shoulder area of Markstrom. He holds on, and Kampf and Kovacevic push at each other a little bit. Check that Dewar and Kovacevic.
Well, Kovacevic got the inside, meaning between he and the goalie, and he's keeping Dwyer outside that area. Dwyer's trying to battle in, and that's what you're going to get, Matt. You're going to get some verbal abuse. If you're Kovacevic, some guy might even give you a little cross check from behind once in a while, but you don't care. As a matter of fact, you think, I'm doing my job when they react that way, when they are throwing that at me. I must be getting under their skin.
Off the face-off, puck loose in the circle. Devils battle, finally win control as Timo Meier takes it out to center ice. Timo with 14 goals on the season, hasn't scored a goal in his last 6, but he's made some physical plays and his presence has been felt. Now I know he's making the big bucks and people are saying all that other stuff is well and good. We want to see goals. I get it. But he's playing a better rounded game than I think he sometimes gets credit for.
Absolutely, Matty. He could still score the big goal.
Ekman Larsson faked the shot, moves down the wall, gets it in front. Markstrom redirects to the far side. Now Marner with a blast save made by Markstrom. Boy, he has been so good. I hope I don't jinx it, but he continues to play so well in goal. And here's Meier taking away a pass along the far wall. Moves to the center circle. Devils making a change. Meier banks it off the wall toward himself, but Ekman Larsson gets there. And now it's Mitch Marner with it as Meier comes off for a change. Tatar on the forecheck. Timmins for Ekman Larsson. Angled pass off the stick of Justin Dowling. Cotter drives it to the neutral zone. Picked up there by Toronto. Someone's got their head up. Not sure who. The voices from ringside. Here's Nylander with it. Nylander backhands for Domi. Back to Nylander. Now to Meier. Blast way wide. Philip Myers misses the target. Now here come the Devils. It's Tatar across the line. He's in deep. Wrist shot, and that's deflected wide. Nice play there by Tomas Tatar. Now it's Riley. Looks for Nylander. Devils get a piece. And so Riley has to go back into his own end. Coming up on 6 minutes gone by in the third. Devils lead 2-1. Good play by Bastian. Knocks the puck off the stick of Nylander. Early on, Bastian made a couple of plays, and he continues to play that tenacious, dog-on-bone play. Now it's Robertson. Rockets one off the wall. Puck comes to McCabe. He can't settle it. Taken by Holmberg. He's checked by Bastian. Here come the Devils. It's Lazar. Lazar just dumps it in deep. McDermott after it. He ties his man up. And now Toronto able to come out. 6.5 gone by in the third. Devils lead 2-1. Each team with 2 shots on goal here in the third period. Jack Hughes in the first, Nico Hischier in the second. The goal scorers for the Devils. Willie Nylander scoring in the second for Toronto as well.
Now there's the example. So the shot is on Markstrom, Matty. He takes the puck. He shoots it over the Toronto Maple Leaf players attacking him. Shot it all the way out to the center ice to Jack Hughes. Most goalies can't do that. And he wasn't even worried that it was going to get picked off because he shot it so high. Besides being able to handle the puck very well, Markstrom just making every move the right one, and that's why the Devils lead 2-1. 13-12 to go here in the third period. And you are listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast brought to you by Ramapo College.
Operating engineers are the men and women that move mountains. And the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, ELEC, puts them to work. They create opportunities for the men, women, and union signatory contractors of Local 825, repaving our roads, keeping our homes bright and warm, and even building our favorite team stadium. We understand infrastructure. That's why ELEC and Local 825 are ready to get to work.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Bombas makes the most comfortable socks, underwear, and T-shirts.
Warning, Bombas are so absurdly comfortable you may throw out all your other clothes.
Sorry, do we legally have to say that?
No, this is just how I talk, and I really love my Bombas.
They do feel that good. And they do good, too. One item purchased equals one item donated.
To feel good and do good, go to bombas.com/radio and use code radio for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/radio and use code radio at checkout.
This is Brett Pesci. You're listening to the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
3 goals in the second period for the Philadelphia Flyers. 3 unanswered goals. They lead the Islanders 3-1. Morgan, Frost, Garnet Hathaway, and Sean Couturier, the goal scorers for the Flyers. They lead in the second at UBS Arena. Out of Town Scoreboard, presented by Premio Sausage. Real Italian sausage, real Italian taste, the way sausage should be. Matt Loughlin along with Chico Resch. We're here at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. We are not by ourselves, though. Greg Stephanie is our engineer. Kyle McKenna, our statistician. Shot by Nye, stopped by Markstrom, and a penalty coming up. Matthews was taken down as he drove toward the rebound.
Well, it was a rare rebound. I don't know if it's Knives shooting it off the left side, but the problem is, folks, if the puck is shot as a goalie, if it's shot right between your legs, how do you direct it to a corner? Well, Markstrom couldn't. He popped it straight out. Rare rebound.
New Jersey 71 minor penalty for triple.
But then Dougie Hamilton is reaching for Siegenthaler is reaching for the rebound. He doesn't mean to trip him, and he got him, but so did Kovacevic accidentally, as Kovacevic's taking somebody out. I mean, it was a cockamamie situation there, but it cost the Devils as they're shorthanded.
So the penalty at 7:21. Here's Marner with it. Wrist shot through the crease, goes wide. So the Devils have to kill this off to keep the 2-1 lead. Marner at the blue line. Now for Nylander, looks around, back to Marner at the right point, took his eye off it, recovers, finds McMahon, out high it goes, shot, save, rebound, score. And it's Austin Matthews, the Devils killer, with the tying goal.
Isn't that the truth? That's 20 goals in 21 games he scored. But, I was just thinking as the Leafs are moving it around, they don't have a great one-timer either. But Nylander moves out by the blue line. He gets the pass, if you're looking at the Devils net, from the right boards. And he hammers it. Knives is in front. And then, of course, so is that number 34. I forget what his name is. Oh, yeah, Austin Matthews. And he buries it. Quick one. No chance. Rebound. Boom. Oh, it's too bad. It hits Markstrom's glove. And it doesn't even get to the back of the net. But it's enough to go in. And so, now again, what's going to happen, Matthew?
Well, as we perhaps saw in the second, we'll see a replay here in the third, meaning Toronto scored a goal to tie it up in the second, and they had control play early. They used that momentum to keep moving forward against the Devils, but Nico Hischier had a power play goal to tie things up as the referee gets wiped out in the corner. Devils regain the lead on that Hischier goal. Let's see what happens here. Can the Devils hold off the Toronto momentum as the game is tied at 2? Austin Matthews with the 16th goal of the season. Oliver Ekman Larson with a shot, save, no rebound. And we'll have a face-off.
Matthew, I got to tell you, Leafs are on a bit of a roll. I heard the crowd chanting. You know what they were chanting? They were chanting big time.
Go Leafs, go, I believe.
Oh, that's what it was?
Yeah.
That was that simple? Oh, you don't hear that much. Go Devils, go. Anyway, it's pretty simple here in Toronto and old school. And the Leafs want to go Leafs, go, because the crowd, last two games, were booing them. Mm-hmm. Tonight they're yelling, go Leafs, go. And the Devils are going to try to put a stop to that.
Nylander and McMahon with the assists on the Matthews goal off the face-off. It's Oliver Ekman-Larsson skating behind the net. Mercer stays with them, checks him in the corner. Hamilton held up. There's a penalty coming up on Toronto. It's going to be a hook. And the Devils will go to work on the power play.
Well, this is a critical one. The Devils, I believe, scored a power play goal. Maddie.
And number 95, minor penalty for hooking.
And it was Larson. Yes, because he got the stick under Heischer's skate the last time. And here he does it again. And I know he played on the championship team and all, and he's fine. But he's not a game changer either. He's got 2 goals. Well, he's got 13 assists, which is nice, but these 2 penalties are very undisciplined and are hurtful.
So the Devils with the power play. Jack Hughes spun around by Marner, kept the puck alive, though. Hamilton at the right point. Gives it to Jesper Bratt. Now to Hamilton. Long wrist shot. Hit a body in front. Oh, it comes to Nico Hischier. Shot is saved by Wall. And Mitch Marner will take it out to center ice. Marner across the line. Poke check nicely by Hamilton to freeze the puck for Jesper Bratt. Now it's Hamilton. Lays it off for Jack Hughes. To Bratt between the circles. Oh, he fired it off the glass. Great setup. Now Jack with it in deep with a shot save. Rebound Jack stopped again, and it's cleared by the Leafs.
There's the brilliance of Jack Hughes. He beats 2 Leafs. One of them, McCabe. The puck is loose. You're sure the Leafs are going to get it? He reaches in and pickpockets and gets a great chance and almost scores.
Devils back across the line. Bratt to Jack, right wing side. Now out high to Hamilton. The one-timer that's blocked in front. Jack gets it along the right wing wall. Skates out high inside the blue line. Gives it to Bratt. Back to Jack in deep. Wrist shot. That's off the stick. Meyer sweeps it on that. Save the rebound. They score! And it's Nico Hischier. Another power play goal. And the Devils lead 3-2.
Oh, great puck possession by the Devils. They just would not give it up. And it's swirling around. And, and Bratt and Hughes are so quick, folks. And then when they got it going, they're spinning with it. They don't give it up. Here you're going to see Nico standing by himself off to the left of the net. If you're looking at it, off to the left of the net. And he punches in the rebound. And again, Maddie, who's getting the inside on the Leafs goal? Devils. Who's getting it on the Leafs attacking the Devils goal? Nobody. Devils defense not letting him in on the inside. Leafs letting the Devils in on the inside, and it's costing them at least 2 goals.
So Hischier with his second of the night. He now has 8 power play goals on the season. That sets a career high. And he ties him with Stefan Nason. Bastian moves in with a shot and a save by Wall. Ties him with Stefan Nason for power play goals this year. So Ekman-Larsson's offered 2 penalties tonight, and the Devils scored twice.
Yeah.
Craig Berube is not happy.
Oh, no, and their shutdown defense just got beat.
Nylander plays it off the corner boards. It bounces to the side of the net. Markstrom thought it was going a little wider. It came closer to the front of the net, and the crowd got a little anxious. Here's Ekman-Larsson with a shot blocked by Palat. A drive by Timmins is blocked. It never got through. Timmins gets it again. Fires one. That's off a stick and wide. So Toronto with some pressure, good pressure after the Devils regain the lead.
Yeah, but their shots were so right. Timmins. Oh, my. But anyway, the Devils just know their power play. Remember we were a little worried? Oh, Maddie. Were they brilliant on their power play?
Yeah, 2 for 3 tonight they are, and maybe regaining their touch. Pacioretty with a shot. Save made by Markstrom, and the Devils chip it out. Under 9 minutes to go in the third, and the Devils lead 3-2.
But even on that power play goal, you got to get puck luck. Right? Went off the goal. He right to Heischer.
Riley fires one, saved by Markstrom, rebound to Dowling, clears it off the wall. Dawson Mercer failed to get it past Ekman Larson, whose drive from the blue line was stopped by Markstrom. Players tumble over each other in the corner. Devils trying to get control of the puck. They can't, but Siegenthaler, Dowling fights hard to knock it free, and now it's out to center ice.
Timo Meier protecting the puck, takes a hit, won't give it up. Just such a force, physical force. I mean, he really is a power forward, Matty, in the old sense.
He is. Marner with a shot, deflected to the corner by Heischer. Marner picks it up there. 8 minutes to go in the third. Devils leading 3-2. Matthews to McCabe. Right point, Tanev. Back out high to McCabe. Long shot off a stick and wide. Matthews tracks it down at the hash marks near side. Rolls it around. It goes to the far corner. Tanev pinches in. Gets it to Marner. Puck rides off his stick. He'll regain control out high. Gives it off to Matthews. The one-timer from long range. Stopped by Markstrom. And the puck is cleared. Well, you said it earlier.
Go ahead.
No, you said it earlier. And when this top line's out there for Toronto, they're dangerous.
Almost every shift, Matt. But unfortunately, that's about the most that the Leafs have. Offensively is their top line.
And they've gone to the bench now. I'm sure they'll be out there a lot in the final 7-13 as the puck goes out of play.
So the Devils score the power play goal, and then Tanev and McCabe supposed to be shut down. But, poor Nate Bastian, he gets a breakaway, and he's from here, as you mentioned. He's got family and friends. He goes in all alone, but can't quite put it home. But the Devils, besides being ahead 3-2 here in the third, they have responded to everything the Leafs have done tonight, and that's a good sign. 7:12 to go here in the third. You're listening to the New Jersey Devils Hockey Broadcast, brought to you by Ramapo College.
No one plans on heart problems, but everyone should have a plan for them. At RWJ Barnabas Health, we help patients of all lifestyles and medical histories plan for healthy hearts. With the latest technology and a highly specialized team of nurses, cardiologists, and surgeons, our network offers the most complete heart and vascular care in New Jersey. Make plans for a healthy heart with RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. Visit rwjbh.org/heart.
IBEW Local 102 has provided highly skilled electricians to projects in New Jersey and Pennsylvania since 1900. Building relationships with their business partners to help grow your business is their top priority. They are the first union member of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and a proud partner of Choose New Jersey. They have over 300 licensed contractors and mandatory OSHA safety training. Local 102, lighting the path, leading the way. Visit IBEW102.org. Matt Laughlin here. As the official voice of the New Jersey Devils, I'm here to make sense of the game. And Citizens, the official bank of the New Jersey Devils, is here to help you make sense of your money. You can count on me to call every play made by your favorite team. And you can count on Citizens for every aspect of your financial game. From saving, to checking, to achieving your goals. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
This is Nico Hischier. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Back in the second period, Toronto tied the game at 1 at 6:14 on a goal by Willie Nylander. Then Oliver Ekman-Larsson was called for tripping. Devils power play 2 minutes later regained the lead. Here in the third, Toronto ties it up on a power play goal. Ekman-Larsson takes another penalty. And the Devils, a minute 59 later, or check that 2 minutes and 1 second later, take the lead 3-2. So they battled back.
Well, they did, and they were helped by Ekman-Larsson taking 2 really unnecessary penalties. But this last power play was so effective. Everything you look for in a power play. Moving it quick, skating, moving your feet, finding the open man. Devils did it all.
Toronto wins the draw. Here's Timmins in deep. Skates behind the net. Comes out in front. Backhand shot saved by Markstrom. Connor Timmins trying to get something done for the Maple Leafs, but Markstrom turns him back. That's the 32nd shot by Toronto in this game. They've outshot the Devils 32-22. 6:40 to go. Devils lead 3-2.
And that might soothe them, Matty, but as you know, it's quality scoring chances. Devils have kept a lot of the shots to the outside with no chance for the Leaf getting to the rebound.
Puck in the Devils' end. Pesce looks around behind the net. Backhands around. Palat ties up Tanev, who is pinching in. Puck comes loose from Marner, spinning in the corner. Gets it back to Tanev at the right point. Now to Marner, to Tanev. Long-range shot goes wide. Bounces off the back of the net. Now it's Matthews. Swooping out high. Still with it. Banks one to the corner. Marner with it. Skates behind the net. Pesce goes with him. Jack Hughes comes over to help. Centering pass. Devils get a piece. And now Jack Hughes skates it out to the safety of center ice. Keeps going. Comes cross ice to Brad. Moves, spins, backhand, sends one just wide past the far post.
Now that's entertainment, Matty. The spinorama backhander by Jesper Bratt just went wide.
5:35 to go, and we get an offside called on the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Devils have announced that applications are open for the Jersey Shops program presented by Citizens. I'll tell you more about it after this timeout, Mr. Resch.
5:34 to go. Devils looking good. They're up 3-2, and you are listening to the New Jersey Devils hockey broadcast brought to you by Ramapo College.
In hockey, it's all about protecting the net. And at Prudential, we're all about helping you protect your life's work. As the official financial services partner of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential helps fans and their families navigate their options with confidence. Plan, invest, insure, and retire with rock-solid expertise designed to help you reach your goals. All from Prudential. Start making your financial game plan at Prudential.com. IBEW Local 102 has provided highly skilled electricians to projects in New Jersey and Pennsylvania since 1900. Building relationships with their business partners to help grow your business is their top priority. They are the first union member of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and a proud partner of Choose New Jersey. They have over 300 licensed contractors and mandatory OSHA safety training. Local 102, lighting the path, leading the way. Visit IBEW102.org. Matt Laughlin here. As the official voice of the New Jersey Devils, I'm here to make sense of the game. And Citizens, the official bank of the New Jersey Devils, is here to help you make sense of your money. You can count on me to call every play made by your favorite team. And you can count on Citizens for every aspect of your financial game. From saving, to checking, to achieving your goals. Citizens, official bank of the New Jersey Devils. Learn more at citizensbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
This is Jack Hughes. You're listening to Matt and Chico on the Devils Hockey Network, presented by Ramapo College.
Mentioned a moment ago that the Devils have announced that applications are open for the Jersey Shops program presented by Citizens. 4 winners will receive a video feature as well as a $5,000 prize. Up to 50 additional businesses will be selected to receive a dedicated listing on the Jersey Shops official webpage and a Jersey Shops kit. Businesses can learn more and apply by visiting NewJerseyDevils.com/Jersey Shops. Devils shopping for a win here in Toronto. They lead 3-2, 5.5 to go in the third period. And the puck is swept out of play by Brendan Dillon. We'll have a face-off.
Well, let's see. There's 5:23 to go. Let's just say that Austin Matthews' line has 3 more shifts, maybe 4.
Yeah.
If the Devils can weather those shifts, they're going to win this thing. Because no other, well, I know Matthews, Nylander scored off a pass from Domi, but that was a combination line. But no other line is really, I know they got 32 shots, 33 shots. Matty, that will cloud the issue, but the Devils have really outplayed them.
And they have the lead 3-2 as Morgan Riley rocks it in. We'll have the post-game show at the conclusion of this one. Devils jetting back to New Jersey, getting ready for Philadelphia on Saturday. And then Ottawa on Sunday. We get icing called on Toronto. Philadelphia leading by a score of 3-1 over the Islanders. That's after 2 periods of play at UBS. And Ottawa has gone to overtime. Levi Merilainen, the young goalie from Finland, no goals allowed. It's scoreless after regulation on 24 capital shots. He's got 2 shutouts in his last 3 starts, and maybe we'll see him on Sunday.
Yeah, I wonder if they play Saturday night. Yeah, that would be interesting. So that's 2 out of 3 shutouts not counting tonight.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Here's Marner across the line. Marner with a shot through the crease. He was hoping for a tip from Matthews. It went wide. Matthews battling with Dillon there. Now it's Hamilton. Taps the puck for Jack. Jack double team. Puck taken away. Matthews rides it out high to Riley. Long shot blockered away by Jacob Markstrom. Oh, Hamilton knocks down Marner at the side of the net. Maybe could have been called interference.
Yep, and maybe.
And maybe not.
And it wasn't, so let's go that.
Matthews back in deep with a shot. He scores!
No!
He snuck it short side. You heard a little bit of iron as well, and the game is tied at 3.
Well, he's special, Matty. He really is. He's up there with the top 5 or 6 forwards in the league. How he scores is getting it on the left side, just inside the Devils' blue line. Going to get it from Marner, a little bank. But he comes in, Matty, there's not much room. I don't know. He goes, oh. Well, you know what? When you see the top of the net, the netting that hangs down on the top, when that bulges and flips up, you know he's hit the top corner. Oh, my. And you know what, man? I know we talked about his speed maybe diminishing separation, but his shot hasn't.
No, and a little speed shown there too by Matthews, who has scored twice tonight. So now it's 21 goals in 21 games in his career against the Devils. And the crowd energized. The goal at 15:47, tying it up at 3.
Well, where's Ekman Larson? We need a penalty here. Power play for the Devils. Oliver, can you take another penalty, please?
Marner and McKay picking up the assists on the goal. And we are tied at 3. McCabe returning to the lineup after a 4-game absence following a fight that he lost fairly decisively to Garnet Hathaway. Shot by Marner, blocked by Siegenthaler. Now it's Riley at the left point for Marner in the corner. For Nyes behind the net. Gets it out high to Ekman Larson. Now it's Riley, shot off the glove of Markstrom. It's loose at the side of the net, and somehow Matthews missed the tap hole. Riley for Nyes, for Matthews between the circles, double team, loose puck for Riley. Riley on the backhand, skates to the corner, centers as Siegenthaler's lost his stick. It comes all the way through. Now it's Riley again behind the net, tries to get it in front to Nyes. Siegenthaler blocked it away. Nyes will handle behind the net, battling with Lazar. Puck comes out high, Nylander with it, moves in with a shot, blocked away by Markstrom. Boy, Toronto is buzzing here. 2:25 to go. Ekman Larson for Nylander. Nylander looks around. He's in deep, skates behind the net, comes out near side, still with it. Nylander top of the circle, lays it off for Riley. Riley with the pass tipped away by Kovacevic, and Cotter takes it out to center ice. Blocked away by the Maple Leafs, but the Devils recover.
Well, that's why the Leafs defense have struggled this year. And a good thing, the Devils were tired.
Jack Hughes across the line, wrist shot, stick save by Wall. Palat will pick it up, 1:50 to go. Game tied at 3. Hamilton with a wrister off the stick of Hughes, taken by McCabe, and his pass off the glass and out of play, so no penalty, but a face-off in Toronto's end.
And the Leafs needed that. And the Devils couldn't get a change, but of course the Leafs did, and they had the puck, so they're fired up. Oh, and Matthews comes close to getting the hat trick. Oh, it hit. He pushes down Siegenthaler, but you know what? As he pushes him, Matty, he doesn't get his stick down quick enough, and the puck slithers by the post before he can get his stick down. So, good news, bad news. I don't know if it was an illegal push by Matthews to get open, but because he did it with his stick, he wasn't able to put the puck in the net.
Face off to the left of Joseph Woll. .144 to go. Puck to the corner, now swept around for Chris Tanev. Tanev moves to center ice, reaches the red line, plays it in, went off of Nylander though. Nylander now shovels it around. Minute and a half to go in the third. Game tied at 3. Momentum to Toronto at this point. McCabe out high with a wrist shot, save, and no rebound there. 1:23 to go.
Well, again, at least they're doing some incredible things. They changed defenseman when Nylander had the puck, so there was no one for him to pass to. Let's see. Who do you think's coming out now for this last shift?
34, 16.
And Knives. Is Knives out there?
Yeah. 23.
Well, we said, Matty, this is the line that can sting the Devils, and they have a couple times.
Heischer on the draw. It's won by Matthews. Markstrom gets just a piece of Marner's try.
What a save, huh, Matty?
Unbelievable. 39th shot of the game for Toronto. 17 here in the third period. They've poured it on. They've tied it at 3. We've got 1:06 to go.
And it was a face-off between Heischer and Matthews. I'm not knocking Heischer. That guy's tough. But Matthews picked him clean for that chance by Marner. It shows you how dangerous Matthews is.
Devils dump it in. Tanev with 45 to go. Gives it to McCabe. Back to Tanev. Angles to his right. Reaches the red line. Dumps it in. Kovacevic after it's settled by Markstrom. Lays it along the far wall to Palat, and now it's on to Jesper Bratt. Stood up by McCabe and knocked down as Tanev will handle with 25 to go. Jack Hughes out there along with Pratt and Palat. Defensively, it's Siegenthaler and Kovacevic. Nylander backhands into the Devils zone. He and Siegenthaler get together. Puck comes to McMahon. Out high it goes. Riley with a long-range shot. Save made by Markstrom. And the Devils will clear, and we are going to go to overtime.
Were these teams in overtime? Well, John, man, we maybe don't want to talk about it. Second game between these two teams went to overtime, and it should be exciting, even though we don't want that because the Devils were leading 3-2. It'd be nice to have gotten the 2 points, but hey, it's hockey, it's entertainment, some great effort by a lot of different players tonight, so let's enjoy these next few minutes, and they're going to be brought to you by Matty Loughlin. Not only that, but also by the Devils Hockey Network, which also brings it to you from Ramapo College. So let's go. Here we go.
IBEW Local 102 has provided highly skilled electricians to projects in New Jersey and Pennsylvania since 1900. Building relationships with their business partners to help grow your business is their top priority. They are the first union member of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association and a proud partner of Choose New Jersey. They have over 300 licensed contractors and mandatory OSHA safety training. Local 102, lighting the path, leading the way. Visit IBEW102.org.
Premio Sausage presents life's biggest questions.
Mark, you just led your team to victory today. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, what kind of sausage are they grilling out there? I can practically taste it from here.
Let's go back up to the booth.
Well, Diana, by the smell of things, there's no doubt they're cooking Premio Italian sausage. Premio is made with butcher-quality cuts of meat, authentic Italian spices, and nothing else. Just add your own personal touch for a winning recipe.
When sausage is the question, Premio is the answer. Premio, the way sausage should be.
Back here in Toronto, Matt Loughlin along with Chico Resch going to overtime. 4th straight overtime game for the Devils. Lost in overtime to the Rangers, beat Tampa Bay in overtime, lost in a shootout to Florida. Now let's see what happens here.
And Sheldon Keefe, he spent a lot of time in this building. Last game for the Devils, he's going to spend a little more time. I'm sure he would have liked to seen his team finish it off 3-2. But one man, Austin Matthews, who was out there to take the face-off against Nico Hischier. And we always say it, Matty, when the overtime starts, winning that draw is so critical. And let's see what happens. 2 of the best in the league facing off.
Nico winning 17 of 32 face-offs. Matthews winning 11 of 21. Loose puck off the draw, and the Devils recover. So a good start for the Devils, who have Luke and Jack Hughes out there along with Jesper Bratt, Marner, Matthews, and McCabe for Toronto. Here's Jesper Bratt down the left wing side, angles to his right, gains the zone. Tries to hand it off to Jack. They were too close to each other. errant pass, but the Devils recover, and now it's back in their own zone for Brett. Sweeps it to Jack. Right wing side in front of the benches. Gains the zone, moves to his left, gives it off to his brother. He's in deep with the shot. Oh, off the post. Off the far side post as he shot it. And it comes back out to center ice. Devils pick it up. Here's Jack across the line. Out high to his brother. Head and shoulder fake. Cuts to his left. The shot off the glove and wide. 2 opportunities for Luke Hughes. Timo Meier tees one up and sends one off the glass.
Wall didn't even see it.
So 3 prime opportunities for the Devils, but play rolls on.
You know the best part?
Here's a pass ahead. Nylander on a breakaway and scores.
What happened? What happened? I'm watching Matthews go off on a change. They weren't even involved as Luke Hughes hits the post, misses another one, and then I don't know, Matty. Obviously a bad change, and there's only 3 people on each team. So if you make a bad change when it's 3-on-3, you can get burnt. And then Nylander, the 2 goal scorers, really, they're the difference. 2 for him, 2 for Matthews. But what happens here?
It's the short change for Toronto.
But
so Luke's shot goes wide. The Devils were making a change. Luke was coming off, Hamilton coming on.
Yeah, Luke Hughes. But here's what I wish they'd show more, because what led the Devils defensemen or players to think they could change? Leafs has the puck, and somebody makes a brilliant pass.
Nylander. Marner.
Oh, Marner does? Because he's the one who caught them, and then Nylander goes down. Oh, yeah, he's firing it from deep in his end. And does he go 5-hole, Matty? I can't tell if it's over the glove or 5-hole. Luke's got his head down. Luke says, but it was Marner, because in overtime you have time. You can look like you're not going to be pressured. So Marner's got it deep inside his circles in his end. And so he can look, let's see, the Devils are changing. The middle's open. Nylander's cutting through the middle. Wham! I mean, a hard, but again, Matty, tape to tape, right? Mm-hmm. Still a pretty darn good pass.
And a pretty nifty shot. And a heartbreaking defeat for the Devils. They do get a point. And they've got points in their last 5, but they had a 3-2 lead late in this game. But Matthews and then in overtime, Nylander come up with the 2 goals, and Toronto comes up with the win.
And right after Luke Hughes, folks, he shoots it from outside the top of the circle. He has Wall beaten. But unfortunately, the Wall extended, the player, his Wall extended to the goal post, and you could hear it from up here, and he rings it off the outside of the goal post. Then he has a great shot. He's going down the center again, just moments later, and he shoots glove side. And that looks like that's going in. Wall gets just enough of it to ricochet it wide. Oh, my, Matty. That's why we love and hate hockey, because it was a really good game. I just thought there's no way the Devils are going to lose this, because they hadn't made many mistakes. Mm-hmm. But obviously, 3-on-3, and fortunately you won't see that in the overtime, so I'm not going to worry too much about them losing in a shootout 3-on-3. Yeah, I mean, if it resulted in them not making the playoffs or something, you would. But, do I wish